Hello.
Danielira.
Kikiro.
How are you, Danielira?
Good, good.
Today we're early.
Yeah.
Early once again.
Early ones again, yeah.
I think it's good. I asked you if we could go early because I didn't want to lose track of what I was doing yesterday because what I was doing yesterday was working.
Yes.
So I think it's good if something's working to get right back,
At it as soon as you can.
Yes. So we're gonna get to it.
Yes.
Let's say hi.
Let's say hi. But no, I mean, right now.
There's nobody here.
Well,
But,
Cody was saying good morning.
Cody, enormous Cody, always. But let's start working. Same way we were working yesterday. We have moved the painting up a little bit because this is like a lower part of the painting. And in our setup, it's just very difficult to get to the lower parts of the paintings. If they are bigger paintings, we understand that, in the grand scheme of things, these paintings are not big. They're not at all big. But if you can see my hand, I mean, traveling through the painting, it's a good sized painting. But the thing is, for us to have this very cozy setup where we can focus on the painting, I mean, we figured out with that app that we can correct
Kind of
distortion.
Yeah.
So that's been super helpful. We haven't figured out how else we were talking about it just a second ago, how else we could put our camera. Honestly, we don't have many options. So I think this is, for now, let's say for now, so that we don't close doors. But for now, this is as good as it gets for us.
I would only say that I think we are looking for problems where they're not.
But I mean, yes. So I'll give you that for sure. But it's also thinking about doing things a little bit better is not a bad thing either.
No. But I think that better should
for
not
all of
be.
us.
But better should not be thinking in practicality and sacrificing other things. Because I think we're doing right. I mean, you could always see the bad thing on it, but we would be trying to fix something that's not broken. So I just just don't see it as something necessary, but I'm open to talking it with you and trying to see different things. But I just think that, like, I see the videos and I think it's good.
I think they're fine. So,
but
I don't know. I'm like super
picky.
A little bit.
With your things, because you see someone else's, I don't know, time lapse with a phone, and you're like, oh, that's so cool.
Oh, for sure.
But then you see yours, and you're like, no.
Oh, they can do that. They can do what they want to do. We can and we could do what we want to do.
Yeah, but I think that you are way harsh.
Yeah.
With what we do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think maybe sometimes you are like, it's like you had a cloud in your vision and you can't see clearly what we're doing.
I can see clearly now.
No, you can't. So but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
For now this is just fine. But you know what it is that I'm always thinking, like, if for example next year we change our setup a little bit and we can work even a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. It could be even bigger, maybe working upright, which I would appreciate also. Yes. Or at least upright with some mobility.
Yeah.
Like having like a little bar stool that I could sit, but maybe I could stand up, walk away.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And go back into my painting.
But I think it's interesting.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think that's something we're going to do. And I think it's something important to do because that's something that we need to fix.
Yes.
But at the beginning, we were talking about different cameras. And I think that's not something we should fix.
Yeah. I think it's all connected, though. It's just, one door opens the other. But I would say for next year,
The important thing is to get a more comfortable setup for you. And that's like the priority. And I think that it could mean that the way in which we record changes. And I think
yes,
that's cool. I think it would be very cool to see you painting, like you, as in not your hands,
at least like
but
my double
you.
chin
I mean, we
and
could see you, and that's good. Because
yeah,
also,
my hand and my double chin, maybe just making cameos.
yeah, but I think that's something we
I was hoping
need
you would
to.
like say no, what double chin, but
No,
okay.
because I'm sometimes I'm not paying attention.
Mm,
No, I'm
mm.
joking, but I think that's something we should think about. Like we should see the priorities. So yes,
I think people would be understanding also
of
if we
course.
make shifts, if we
No, and
make
at the end,
changes.
I mean, we never say this is something bad or as something rude, but the good thing about our channel is that it's our channel. And we're trying to give our best to share what we do with people, but that does not mean that we have to answer to a certain format for the paintings.
Only Cody.
No, Nicolas.
Only Cody.
So I think that's important too. I mean, to prioritize you being comfortable,
Yeah.
the setup being comfortable, and it being something that we can handle. So
You can't
yes.
handle the truth.
Why are you always commenting?
Because if you say something that brings something else into my brain, it's hard to like
But I
let
say
it go.
hi and you say something else. It's like, I don't know.
But you can't hear like you can't handle and not think of like Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. It's a good movie. You have to watch that movie.
Hmm. My mom was here.
Oh,
I don't know if she's still here. Mi mamá dice, muy buenos días, un abrazo inmenso, punto.
uy, muy formal.
Cholis,
Our Pinterest lives.
our Pinterest. Era.
Mm. Tocas darle
Hola,
un
mi
link
Cholis.
a la Cholivin.
Pero yo se lo he mandado.
Como un link y decirle, Choli,
Clic.
solo espicha.
Pero es que el problema es que ella hace clic y entonces como no entra por la aplicación de YouTube, sino YouTube, no puede comentar. Entonces, sí, un enredo. Pero luego la ayudaré a...
Pero como siempre, la Cholibérrima
Sí,
divina.
sí.
Presente, presidente.
Art by Natalie Williamson was saying hi. Hey, Art by Natalie Williamson. Darian Gallardo dice hola a todos. Hola Darian, ¿qué
¿Qué
tal?
dice Garian Gallardo?
Cody Winnicky was saying I can only stay for a little bit, but I have to tell you I had País Dinero
País llanero.
stuck in my head all night.
Oh, there we go. I'm good. That one was for free.
Jair Oclev dice hola.
Otro Jair.
Ah, no. O Jairo Clev.
Ah,
Jairo Clev.
Jair
¿Qué tal?
O'Cleave.
Pero acá uno no sabe.
Jair O'Cleave
Uno no sabe.
from
Entonces,
the Irish O'Cleaves.
Jairo Clev dice hola. Art by Natalie Williamson was asking, which app did you find to correct distortion? So it's like,
Stream Effects, it's called.
yes, it's for OBS.
So if you go, I forget where I found it. I think it was a forum or
Yeah.
of some sorts, like Reddit forum maybe. I was just looking for ways to see if we could correct the distortion that we had, the natural distortion that comes from trying to put our camera in a place where my head is not going to be an issue. We also, I mean, it's tough because, I mean, ideally, you put your camera parallel to the painting, so it has to be on the same angle, so you don't get any distortion and you can get even focus. So imagine our painting being flat, but our camera is actually askew. It has to be askew because if it was flat, then my head would actually take part of like probably the third. Would you say the third, Danny, or
I
like
would even say
the
more.
half?
I
The
would
bottom
even say,
half.
yeah, half.
Yeah.
Even we have tried sometimes, and it's like your head and
Yeah,
a little bit of the painting on top.
I know. So
So,
yeah, so it's impossible to have. Well, not impossible, but it's very hard to have a camera parallel to a painting. Um, you would have to work like with your arms outstretched, perhaps. Maybe if the camera was coming from this direction, not from behind me, but
mhm.
from in front of me, and the arm was coming from in front and then into the painting.
Well, but you would, because we're having a big painting, so that
Yeah,
would work for smaller paintings.
yeah, smaller paintings are super easier to deal with,
Yeah.
if we have to be honest.
But for bigger paintings,
Bigger paintings are very tough.
yeah.
But yeah, if it was coming from the other side and it doesn't have to go behind my head, I mean, there would still be a risk of me getting in frame. It would be less, but in our setup, it's almost impossible for us to either hang our camera, to have like a ceiling sort of contraption that can hold our camera, or coming from north. Let's call it north. Our camera is always like south. Our tripod, it's like painting, like it's like lights, then painting, then microphone, then me,
Mhm.
chair, and then tripod camera
But
with an arm. So
if it was coming from what you called north, I think it wouldn't work either, even if we could do it,
mm,
because the space between the painting and the camera has to be big enough.
yeah,
So then it would be again back, like it would be the painting, you, the camera. Even if it comes from the north, we would have to stretch it out so much.
yeah. I think that yes, that or the risk of or even if you were able to bring it from the back to the front and just put
Yeah,
it in
but
the middle of the
look where
painting.
your hand is.
I don't
And
know.
if no. So look like the distance. No, donde la tenías, mi
Oh,
amor.
sorry.
The distance between your hand and the painting. Even if you go there.
Yeah, it
mean,
would have to be like only you can see this, Danny, but yeah, if the camera was here but it was coming from over there,
yeah.
it would be less obtrusive. Like for sure that's, true.
Yes, but we couldn't have all the painting in frame. That's what I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
we
say.
could. I mean,
Because of the distance.
but that depends on how wide a camera is. Like if we have a 16-35 lens, like 16 from over here.
But then we will have the distortion we always talk about.
Sure,
So
sure. We would have to fix a little bit of that distortion.
I think we should put the camera to the side.
Yeah,
And see you
putting it to the
paint.
side could be the way to go in the future. A little bit to the side. We tried it with some drawings. It was funny because some people liked it, other people didn't. It was really funny. It's like
but at the
always.
end,
You
that's
can't.
when I tell you that I think that we should decide on something that's sustainable for us.
Yes.
So even if people at the beginning say, no, I don't like it, I mean, we get it, but if it's something that's working better for us and it's helping us work in a better way, in a healthier way also for your posture, your arms, your elbow,
Yeah.
everything.
So for people that don't know, like this is not just complaining, really, but this is like I have like probably chronic wrist pain from just working a lot.
Because also you're all the time with your hand just like floating.
Yeah.
So you have to have your hand like this all the time,
Yeah.
which is not okay.
Yeah, it doesn't rest that much. Sometimes when I'm not painting and I'm talking, I'm actually secretly, so you guys, this is just between you and me. I'm resting my hand a little bit because it's, I start feeling it on my wrist and my elbow. So I've had like epicondylitis, so that's really painful for my elbow. And then I had, I think first I had no. Yeah, I think first I had elbow pain, then I had wrist pain, and it's taken over a year for my shoulder pain to like subside. It was terrible.
But
My
it's not
shoulder was
gone.
it's not gone. It's not 100% gone. But the other day that I was in the park with Samu, we were just playing football.
Mm-hmm.
Um I was able to hang on to the goalposts,
Yeah.
and it's the first time in like a year and a half or more
Yeah.
that I've been able to hang.
Yes.
Because one day we were walking, like one day I was, because I watch all these videos, all these like geriatric videos of these physical therapists. They're super cool. They're really nice guys. And they were saying how if you could sustain hanging, it's really good for shoulder pain.
Hmm.
And I'm pretty sure I had like a rotator cuff like injury doing whatever, overuse, let's say. And we were walking, because we have a park, right, like a small park right in front of us. And we were walking about, I don't know, maybe 8 months ago or 6 months ago with Danny. And I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to see if we could hang,
Because also,
if I could hang.
we know you can do it because when we went to the gym,
Oh, we
we
used to do
used to
that.
do
Yeah.
it every day.
Yeah. I'm not great at it. Danny's far, far better at hanging than I can.
Well, like resisting more time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And, but I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. And I couldn't even put weight, like I couldn't let go.
Yeah.
It was that bad. I couldn't even let go of my body weight. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I just
I
couldn't. I
remember
was almost like
Even
crying.
raising your arm so much was hurting you.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So the truth is that, at some point you go like, I love making videos, and this is what we enjoy most, and we want to keep doing it. But you also say, well, your body's also telling you that the way in which you're doing it is just not good.
I think this is just like what happened with the workload when we were talking
Yeah.
yesterday about the edited videos.
Yeah.
And I think we already know that we can change things.
Yes.
And we only need to, I mean, it sounds like, but we only need to change them.
Yes.
It's
you're right.
only changing them. And it doesn't matter if we're gonna film to the side. And then people would say, oh, I'm seeing the painting in a distorted way. Yeah, but then you would see it on Instagram. Because that's the way we can record so that you are not in pain. Because
Yeah.
it does not make sense that every single time we finish a stream, you are in more pain than you were before we started.
A little
So-
bit. I don't want to make it sound like I'm.
No, but I'm
complaining
doing it
here.
because I know you and I know that you're in pain. So we just need to change and that's it. Like I'm sounding super like just do it, but I think that's what we should do. Just do it. Just do the change. And it doesn't matter that we have to sacrifice some things, but we're also going to gain other things. So
Like a shoulder.
yeah.
I don't know. I think we should do it if Cody wants us to do it.
Let's see. R2112 was saying, is there software perhaps that has a keystone correction feature? That way the camera can be by the side. No, but I think if we decide to put it to the side, we would do it knowing that there's going to be distortion. That's why I was saying that. It's going to be a different format
Unless we get like a tilt shift lens.
in
We
which
go like super old school.
I think it's also cool because I like to think about live streams as many people describe them as being in the studio,
Yeah.
and they're gonna see you paint and they're gonna be interacting with you and me, and you're gonna be painting, so they can be like watching the full motion you have while painting.
Maybe they're gonna say, "Oh,
And
he's
I think-
real.
And I think that's what people see.
The Photoshop hand is real."
That's what people see when they're in a studio. I mean, the only person that's seeing their painting from like view side is the one that's painting it. It's gonna be as if they were right
As if.
to the side of you painting,
And
which
it-
I think it's also very cool.
You're totally right, and it opens up, Danny Alira,
Mhm.
possibilities of, like I was saying, painting maybe a little bit bigger.
Yes.
I mean, people have been enjoying us painting bigger because that was like
Mhm.
I know it's a small change, but for us it was significant. Um, but just the fact that this year we started painting a little bit bigger also opened the door for us saying, okay, we can start painting a little bit bigger, and we can also perhaps start doing paintings in like different sessions, and it made it a little bit different. It was like a nice welcome change, I feel, for a lot of people. And maybe just doing that can give us the opportunity, just small change can give us the opportunity to say, you know what, let's, first of all, for me, it's been really a big difference and a big sort of learning experience to take my practice that was usually painting upright, like I was painting always standing up,
Hmm.
and I always painted on an easel, always. Like if the painting was smaller, maybe I would then grab like a bar stool, like a high stool, and I would sit on it. I used to have like old wooden ones that my mother would use in her studio
Yeah.
back in the day.
I remember you gave me one
Yeah,
for a work
for an
I did.
installation that you
Yes.
did. Um, but most of my work was standing up most of the time. It was very foreign for me to think of painting sitting down. It was very, very strange. Um, it started happening when I started doing the sketchbook
Hmm.
stuff. Like that was a natural transition, and it was very weird. But eventually, I found that okay, this is something that I can do.
Yeah, but that was sitting in a comfortable way because you could move around. You could, I mean, you didn't have to like stay still because of the camera,
Right, and I
which I
wasn't
think
recording all of the paintings that I did.
exactly, which
So
I think it's the difference with this because not only your side is like um challenged sometimes, I would say,
hmm
because you're not seeing it like you can't step
I
like
could never step
back
back. No,
exactly.
that one I miss. The fact that I could take a step back and look at what I'm doing.
Yeah, or move around
That one I
your
miss so much.
yeah, because even when I don't know you, but when I'm painting in a sketchbook, I oftenly, I mean, I could be painting like this, and then I move the sketchbook to, I don't know, to the upper part of the desk to paint a different part.
Oh yeah, I
I just
twist.
like find my way where
Yeah,
I'm comfortable,
yeah,
but you can't do that.
yeah.
So yeah, just we should change it. Period. I think. Pais Janero was saying hello, Danny, Nico. Also, do it. Yes.
I like to think that if I sing it, it's like a bat signal that he's like anywhere. He could be anywhere,
Yeah, and he would be like, "Whoop,"
and he's like,
like
"What?"
squirrel.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tintin Rosales.
go to bed.
Tintin was saying, hi, Nico and Danny. Caught you early today. Yay.
Jesus
And Tintin was
Christ,
saying,
Tintin.
I remember you took that injury break in 2021.
Oh, Tintin, but it's I hate to say it, but it's just not. It hasn't gotten better as quickly as I hope that it would. I'm hopeful now because there's tons of things that now I'm able to do that I wasn't able to do
Mhm.
in the past couple of months. But I also know that when I'm painting these paintings, it's stressful to my arm for sure. Like it is really stressful to my arm. So I don't know. You know, it's one of those things that it frustrates me, makes me feel kind of miserable because I'm thinking like, is that age? Am I just old? But then I remember, if I have to be honest, like my shoulders started hurting like in my 30s, like
Yeah.
probably early 30s.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I mean, there was a time, there was a time
Yeah.
when you were working in a metal chair we have,
Yeah.
and you told me like, no, it's hard, but you can keep a good posture. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Oh my god, I think I lasted 2 days,
Yeah.
and I told
Yeah.
you like I can't lay down because my back's hurting me so bad because of the chair.
Yeah.
So I think this is not about age. this is about like really being like putting your body to the like to an extreme to try and paint in a way that we think is the best way, but we realize it's not. Cody was saying, no job is worth your health. You should make yourself comfortable and take care of yourself so OPL can last. 100%. And Cody was saying, even if our view changes a little or a lot, yeah, 100%.
Thank you, Cody.
Sam Luther was saying, aren't you willing to suffer for our entertainment?
I had 2 years.
Carla Anglada was saying, hello, Danny and Nicolas. I was becoming concerned how long you streamed with no break yesterday. You two need snacks, stretch, and bathroom breaks. I think the good thing about a different camera angle is that you could go to the bathroom if you need to. Nicolas.
No, bathroom is not my concern. Although
Well, me neither, but-
although I have to say, there's been streams at times that we start streaming and I'm like, fuck me, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like my brain is just like, oh Jesus Christ, now?
Yeah.
Because I had like 2 liters of water before.
Yeah, and I'm like,
we
it's fine,
started.
it's fine. And then we have to like
Yeah.
take all the setup apart.
So there's been times that I tell Danny, no, I can't do this. Like,
Yeah.
no.
And
So we have to take everything apart.
It's
and I
funny
have to
'cause
go to
every-
the bathroom.
Yeah, and every single time we say like, you know, because you say, I'm always like, I'm going to take the setup. And you're like, no, I'm going to try to get out without moving the setup.
Oh no.
And it's always like 1, 2, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
So, yeah.
I don't have the waist to Catherine Zeta-Jones out of this thing.
But I would
without-
say that not even my 4-year-old cousin would be able to get out of that chair
Well, he's energetic.
without moving anything.
He's energetic. I think if he tries to do that, the walls would collapse.
So, yeah. Sam Luther was saying adult diapers.
That's an idea.
Mm-mm.
I'd be
And
willing to.
sometimes we're being super honest here. It happens quite a bit that we say bye, and I'm like, "Oh, Nicolas, I have to pee," and you're like, "Me too, please."
Yeah, get me
So we're, like,
out of here.
We're taking everything apart, and each one of us just run to a different
We
bathroom.
book it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Could you
Tintin.
imagine? It's like, oh, I love your studio. Somebody comes visit. It's like, it's great, but it smells like pee.
Yeah.
It smells a little bit
Yeah.
like pee.
Don't ask. And what's that bottle?
Mhm.
No, that would be.
Yeah. It's a Gatorade. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Maracuja. How do you say that? Passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
Gatorade.
Mm-hmm. Just a lot of passion in there.
Tintin was saying, have you tried regular acupuncture sessions or adjustment with a PT?
No. I am. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm probably as bad as my father.
You're super stubborn.
Yeah, I'm probably my father. The only moment he stayed in a hospital in his whole life was the day he died. The only time. My father was sick and he had been to hospitals. Not often though. Not at all. But he was the sort of person that would take his like IV out himself, like just poke it out and be like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going later. That literally happened when my sister took him one time to the hospital. And my sister was like, I don't know, but leaving a hospital is not as easy as just stepping out. You have to sign a bunch of paperwork. So my father was like that. I think he did it out of fear, and I'm kind of afraid that maybe I'm doing it because of the same reason. I don't usually go to doctors, to be absolutely honest.
You never.
Yeah, I never do. I have this belief, this very ignorant belief, so please, no comments here, that I listen to my body. So I kind of know when something is wrong. And depending on the, levity of whatever I'm feeling, I'm like, no, this is okay. This is bearable. I can do this. And I trust that I can do it, that I can, kind of push through it, suck it up, just, go through it. Mind you, I pay insurance, by the way. So I could go to to the hospital. So, I don't know. I have like in my brain, I have like this belief that if I don't feel bad, there's nothing wrong with me. Like
But
if I don't feel weird, there's nothing wrong with me.
I mean, I'm happy.
Also, in my defense, Danny, when I had my elbow thing, I went to a specialist, to an elbow specialist.
No, you
And I
didn't do
had-
a good research. That's
no,
the thing.
I literally went to the best person that I could go. Literally.
Yeah, but it wasn't
She was a
inside your
sports-
plan.
She would no. That was for back. That was for the
Okay,
back.
okay.
No. I went to an elbow specialist.
Oh, but this
which is
was
very-
how many years
This
ago?
is a long time ago.
Because I think your elbow is not what we're
No,
discussing
well,
right
but
now.
my elbow hurts, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
your
my
shoulder,
elbow
and you
hurts.
haven't
'Cause I
gone
actually
to the
have
shoulder.
like a thing in my elbow that I don't think it's never. I think it's something I just have to live with, to be honest. Shoulder, I'm really happy. It's like I'm genuine. Look, you could see it. You can see it. I used to not be able to sleep. I couldn't turn
Yeah, but you're
when I was sleeping.
stubborn.
I am stubborn, but I'm not dumb enough that if I don't really feel okay, like if I know there's something wrong with me, like I'll go to a doctor.
Yeah, you know
But for
me.
everything else,
but I think
just
you
don't.
stretch that argument too much.
A little too.
Because sometimes you're in pain and you're like, no, if I was like bleeding, I would go to the doctor. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, it has nothing to do with bleeding. Because you're talking about your shoulder. And if it's something inside your shoulder, why would you bleed? No, you just need to go to the doctor. And sometimes, because that happened one time, you wanted to go to a doctor for your back because it was hurting so bad.
Yeah.
And you went to a doctor, you didn't do a good research, and you thought you could go to that doctor.
Yeah.
So you went,
Yeah.
and right before the consultation, I don't know how to call that, they told you, no. So your insurance did not cover that.
Yeah, she wasn't in
And
my
your
plan.
reaction was like, you know what? F this. I'm not going to the doctor. And you,
And guess what? My back, like an ox. You haven't seen me.
no, but you know that I also think that there's certain things of our personality that we recognize as things that we're not proud of. And I think it's hard to work towards changing those things, but I think it's important to know when to joke and when it's important.
Like an ox.
So, just gonna let that there. Pais Janero was saying, yeah, Nico, you gotta take care of yourself because we gotta do the 48-hour stream.
This December,
Not Pais Janero, no.
we're breaking the record, Danny. We have to.
No.
It should be like a yearly thing.
Mm-mm.
You know what? It
No,
should
and
be.
we're gonna have chili. So, no.
We could have chili. We could have pizza. We could have anything you want.
Pizza, you didn't consume any solid food that day.
I did actually.
Well,
I think I did.
no, I think you didn't. I think
No, I
you
think I
ate
had,
one
like-
sandwich.
Yeah, maybe.
And it was like one peanut butter sandwich.
Oh yeah, peanut butter. I mean, it's
that's
pretty
it.
good. That's pretty good.
I was eating every single break we had.
I could eat peanut butter for the rest of my life, I think.
But that's not nurturing your body.
Well, that's what you think.
Luca Guadaño
Luca
was
Guadaño.
saying, hello, how are you all? Hola, Guadaño. Bien.
Guadaño, somos los únicos que le dicen Guadaño. Yo no podría creer que somos los únicos que lo
¿Qué le decimos Guadaño?
que lo tratan de Guadaño. Confírmenos confírmenos si hay más gente, que creo que debe haber, que le dice de cariño Guadaño.
Robincita West 13. Hey, Robincita.
RBW.
RBW 13 is
Oh
saying,
my God, what?
your elbow is
Mm.
likely a pinched nerve in your neck/shoulder. See a neurologist.
My elbow? No, elbow, I have epicondylitis. They actually did. And what do they call that? MRA? The machine?
I
The
don't know,
boop,
but
boop,
that
boop,
was
boop,
like
boop, 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 boop. That
many years
machine,
ago.
It was, I have to say this, because of the position that I had to stay still, I had to they had to prop up my arm into the machine, and I had to stay still because those things are horrible and
Is
you
it
have to stay perfectly
resonancia?
still. Yeah.
Oh, because I had that, but in my brain.
Yeah.
Um,
MRI,
let's see.
MRI,
Well, it says
MFA.
magnetic resonance,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. That's it.
I think it has IRM.
MRI.
IRM in español. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
In English, MRI.
MRI,
There you go.
magnetic resonance imaging.
So MRI.
MRI.
Um,
Not. No, no. I'm sorry. I was gonna be
MFA.
No, not
MBA.
not hemorrhoid.
NBA. Not hemorrhoids?
Yeah,
What?
that's my joke. It was a terrible
What?
joke. Because
Okay.
MRI, hemorrhoid.
Yes.
Hemorrhoid.
No, my hemorrhoids are a different story, Danny. Please, we don't share that here. No, so I did have an MRI of my elbows. One of the most, I have to say, like I don't usually complain, but that was one of the most painful things I've gone through in my life, I feel. Because my elbow was really sore. It was really hurting. And
You had to be
just
still.
attempting to keep that elbow still for about 45 minutes, maybe close to an hour, is insane. It's absolutely like absolute insanity. I can't believe there's nothing easier, in terms of like an examination that they could do. I don't know if they could do like what do you call it with the pregnant women?
Ecografía.
Yeah, but what's that called?
Ecography.
Like, I'm sure that's actually a term. So let's call it ecography. No?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ultrasound.
Ultrasound. I'm sure that they could do it in ultrasound, but anyways, but they did find a tear in my shoulder. They did find it. So I know I have epicondylitis. I know there was a tear. And what I had to do was stay still. The woman said, the doctor, whom I appreciate, and she's, a great professional. She was a sports doctor, so, specialized in elbow.
Tennis.
Yeah, in elbow. So, of course, she knows what she's talking about. And she was like, you have to stop. That's like the first thing that you have to do is you have to stop. And I was like, well, if I stop,
I don't have to eat.
I can't pay rent and I can't pay for my children's school and I can't do anything. So I really can't stop. And she was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. And sadly, I didn't push that any further because if it was, if that was the diagnosis, like stop. And then I say, I can't. And then it's like, I don't know. So, she did give me a bunch of exercises.
Did you do
I did
them?
them at the time. I got better at the time. They are exercises that I should be doing every single day, before and after. Do I do that, Danny?
Of course not.
No.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I'm just
That's the thing. I think that's the quid, I just have to be a little more responsible with myself. That is honestly, in the end, that's why I feel like I shouldn't be complaining, because I kind of know
that you could do something.
I kind of
about
know how to make it better. I don't think it's gonna be gone, but I know how to make it better, and I'm not doing it. So that's the part I'm like ashamed of. That I kind of know that that's what I should be doing in reality. So,
it.
but the shoulder is better. I would say shoulder, we're at like, I'm gonna say 70% maybe.
Well, I'm sorry. I think one day ago,
Yeah.
you told me
What did I tell you?
your elbow's better, but your shoulder's starting to.
Oh, I'm sorry. My shoulder is better.
Yes, because that's not.
I'm sorry.
truth.
My shoulder is better. I think I'm at 70% with my shoulder.
Which is not being okay, just better.
Oh no, but my shoulder.
It's better.
When, for the
It's not
month that it was
okay, but-
hurting, I would say it was at 10%, 20, like 15 at most. I couldn't do anything. So, I would say this is great improvement. Shows we're on the right track. So I'm trusting my body to heal. And
Oops.
my shoulder, nah, my shoulder's just the same. Stupid shoulder. I think that one hasn't quite changed, in years. It just hurts. I like pinch. You know what it's that sort of pain that if you pinch your, let me show you where it is while Danny's out. So this is my this is my elbow. So if I pinch here, oh my God, it's like pain, and then it's like good sort of pain. It's like, but that's exactly where the pain is. Like if I pinch here, and you know what's weird? Like when it was hurting, I would sometimes feel it just coming down the arm. So I would sometimes I would just, push my finger inside my arm, and I would just be like, oh, it hurts here, it hurts here, it hurts here. And my wrist hurts. I broke this wrist, so maybe that's also, and it never kind of cured properly, I feel. But I don't know. Is this you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Oh, cool. Nice. Anyways, that's enough geriatric talk for right now. We'll try to be more responsible. Emphasis on try.
Not in we, because I think I'm good at going to the doctor. I'm bad in a lot of things, but I think I'm better with that. Better as in I always go to the doctor when I feel I need to.
Yes, I'm quite stubborn. Not proud of saying it, but you're right.
País Llanero was saying, I will go to Colombia and cook for you guys the whole 48 hours if I have to. No, but then it would be 48 hours eating.
Yeah, what the hell? No. That's like, watch us put on weight.
Mirta Melisandín dice, eso se llama tenis arm y
Sí.
viene de tener la misma posición durante mucho tiempo.
Sí, señora Mirta. Con los buenos días, doña Mirta.
Same drum was saying, I had something similar. Try reading Mind Body Prescription by Dr. Sarno. It fixed me.
Oh.
So I'm going to put this in another tab because this is important.
Well,
It is, Nicolas.
no, I know, but I don't think this is like traditional medicine, Danny. I would say this is a lot of like. So I'm just saying, if you wanted me to go to a doctor, it sounds like this is something else.
So, Sam Luther was saying, why not harness the awesome magical power of AI and type a few words in order to cut down on all that physical activity?
Oh, that's what I was saying yesterday. That if I could feed what I did for these flowers to an AI and just put it to work so that they could do these, imagine that. And I'm like in my underwear drinking mojitos.
You don't drink mojito.
Which I'm never in my underwear, and I never drink mojito.
Well, you're in your underwear, but drinking tea.
Maybe.
Hot tea.
Yeah, look at me. This is my mojito right now.
This is my mojito.
Look at that tea. Perfect.
It looked like it had something in the bottom, but it's tea.
Urine. Yeah. What it was.
Well, if it was urine, you have...
You're in trouble.
¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cálculos?
You
have stones.
Kidney stones.
Because it looked like stones. So I would be going to the doctor. I don't know you. Well, I know you, and I know you wouldn't.
I would fucking pass that thing. I would be like, come on, let's do this.
No.
Oh, I would complain.
No, Nicolas, I mean, there's people that faint because of the pain of that. So no, I think if you had, I mean, I know you're stubborn, but if you had kidney stones, it's like...
Well, that would be the test for my stubbornness.
No. I would carry you because you would be passed out. And I would be calling someone to help
Stone
me.
versus Stern.
No. Guayo Godínez was saying,
Godinez.
oh my God, good morning a todos. Very nice to get a watch at the start. Hola Guayo, ¿qué tal? Hey Guayo. Roxana Toff was saying, morning, Nick and Danny. Et al.
Et al.
Et
yeah.
al.
And all.
I also enjoyed yesterday's session. Notice how that parallels therapy speak. Check pending. Got to go fix a break in the cattle fence line, so can't stay. Love you all.
Yeah, you don't want the cattle to like
Yes.
run free
I hope they didn't run free
and go
when
into
you
a
were
swimming
typing
pool.
the message.
Yeah.
Maybe Roxana was like, I have a little time. Good morning, Nick and Danny, and boom.
Yeah.
Cattle?
Next comment is like
Yeah.
moo 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 moo. That's because
The cattle, yeah.
that's because the little calf is using the internet.
Cody Winnicke was saying,
Joke.
I taught some online classes during COVID where I had to have multiple cameras and a vertical setup if you guys would like to bounce ideas one day.
Oh, dude.
Not saying it was great, but maybe a starting point.
Yeah, dude. Awesome.
Everything's welcome, yeah.
Please. Yes, we can do like a Zoom call or something.
Cutie Sketch was saying, hello, guys. Hello, Cutie Sketch. How are you? Robin Sita West 13 was saying hello. Hello, Robin Sita. I know we've already said hello
We
to
said-
Robin Sita,
yeah.
but I'm reading, because I was reading all the comments regarding your pain. And now I went back to saying hi. So I'm going to
I
comments
love that.
further
Regarding
back.
your pain.
Your pain in general, because you have pain
Regarding
in a
you're
lot
a
of...
pain in the ass.
Cosette Pineda dice, buen día, gente buena. Hola, Cosette, buen día. Gabriel Pozo dice, buenos días a los dos y al chat. ¿Cómo están? Any news about funding? Oprah could never refuse.
No.
So, no.
Oprah hasn't.
We haven't heard. Because we're
no.
not going to look for her.
I
We
mean-
hope that she looks for us for that. I'm joking, of course. Oprah, please. I was joking.
Yeah, she
Joking,
was
I'm
on
gonna
the
look
phone
for
at
you.
that moment.
No, I'm
She
going to
was
look
on
for
the
you,
phone.
Oprah.
She literally was picking up her cell phone,
I'm going to tattoo
which she
all
doesn't do
painted
because
lives.
that's her, assistant. I don't think she knows how to pick up a phone.
Nicolas, don't
We love
say
you so
that.
much. We love you so much.
Nicolas Mijarovic
We love Nicolas
was saying,
also.
hello, hello, hello,
Yeah.
once again.
Hello.
I'm condemned to miss out on the live stream. Sad face. Oh well, I have to quit my job. There's no
No.
other way.
No, don't. And go do your job. We'll wait for you.
Let's see. Sneha Sima was saying, hey Danny, hey Nicolas. So glad to catch you all early enough today. Hey Sneha. Yeah, you're pretty early.
What's the name? I'm sorry.
Sneha.
Snija.
Sneha.
Sneh.
Sneha. Toda gritona.
Wow. Yeah. No, I was trying to figure it out.
Maybe I'm doing a terrible job.
Oh no, I wouldn't know. So Snea or Snea.
Or
Maybe.
Sneha?
Yeah, maybe they can let us know
Yes.
how to pronounce it properly.
Yeah, but they've been before.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I've been saying it wrong since the first time you commented. So, Beth H was saying, hi guys, I'm worried about what's going on. Just joined. No. Because I
What?
think no, because I saw the comment when you were talking about the resonancia. I forgot.
Oh no. Yes. Done.
MRI?
Yep.
MIR? No, MRI, like hemorrhoids. Yes. MRI.
It's just hemorrhoids. Don't worry. No.
No.
It was
Talking
it was,
about the past.
chronic epicondylitis that I've had to deal with.
You know, I have a mosquito bite in
Mm,
my
it's
arm,
Almost epicondylitis. Yeah.
in my palm,
Yeah.
and in my the how do you call that?
Hemorrhoids.
No, the el empeine.
That's
Empeine? Champagne?
encomb.
Empeine. Mi amor.
Oh, don't tell me. I know this. I know this word. Don't tell me. Oh, come on. That's the
Well, no, according to this, instep.
instep. Yes.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, yeah.
So in my instep. Mm, Mike Nonati was
Mhm.
saying hi. Hey, Mike. How are you? Mirta Siomelis Sandin dice,
Ujú.
y hola chicos y buenas tardes aquí en Suecia. Por poco me pierdo esta sesión. Acabo de estar donde mi madre.
¿Y cómo está la señora madre Mirta Siomelis? Doña
Sí.
Mirta. Mirta original, ¿no es? ¿O era la abuela la que era Mirta? No, es la mamá.
Sí, pero creo que la abuela también.
No sé si ella sea Mirta the Third.
Eh,
¿Cómo está la señora Doña Mirta? La señora Doña Mirta.
Briley Moreno.
Que yo no sé si tú sabes, Lindita, pero cocina delicioso. La señora Mirta.
Te creo. Dice muy bien, es mi madre.
La señora Mirta hace un arroz con plátano, mi amor. Pero, o sea, tú no sabes. Y en Suecia, pues no saben. No saben de eso. Pero tú no sabes lo que era el arroz con plátano de la señora Mirta.
De pronto Mirta está como, ¿de qué carajos está hablando?
De pronto la señora Mirta está ahí. ¿Cómo sabe que mi mamá hace arroz con plátano delicioso? Vas a ver.
Mirta dice, se va de viaje pronto. Ella cocina delicioso. Yo no sé cocinar.
Sí, siempre frustrada doña Mirta porque la hija no supo hacer un huevo frito.
Sneha Sima was saying, Danny, you nailed the pronunciation.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's however you want to say it.
Ooh, look at that.
It's late here, but I gotta see Nick paint. What time is it? Sneha. Briley Moreno was saying,
Who is this person?
Buenos dias, OPL. Just popping in to say hi. Have to work, but excited to watch this later. Nicolas, I said it yesterday, but seriously, this painting's gorgeous. My mind is
thank
blown.
you. Dude, thank you so much.
Dude.
It's my go-to. I like it. I like the...
Yeah, but I can never do it. Because mine sounds
Dude.
like, dude. No, terrible.
Well, that was like
dude.
you're tooting. Yeah.
Paulo Vasquez was saying, good day, Danny, Nicolas, and everyone. Nicolas, may I ask what brush are you using?
Sure. We have, I would say, Danny, if you could say, how much do all these brushes cost? Like to get, let's take the nice rosemary one out.
So let me see them.
So we have a kangaroo,
10,000 pesos.
a silver falcon,
5,000.
silver falcon,
2,000.
and a purple platform.
2,000.
So all in all, I'm gonna say, would you say 16,000? $4 worth of nice.
Oh, because you were going
brushes.
with 16,000. So yes, it's $4.
Yeah.
Kind of $4.
I would say $4. That's
$4.
Right on the nose. So
Yes.
yeah, these are very inexpensive synthetic flats.
Let's say 5 to give it a little bit of wiggle room. But yeah, $4.
And 5 at the store, they're probably buying them for like 2 cents.
Yeah. It's like $4 for the container.
Yeah, I don't think these are expensive brushes.
But I enjoy them because I have them too.
I think they're good enough.
And I enjoy them.
That's
I would say I'm used to them.
me too.
So when
I
I
would
work with
accept-
different
I would accept sponsorship from
Silver Falcon.
Silver Falcon.
Yeah, we're gonna pay you with one brush a month.
No, thank you.
less than $1.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Mirta dice, mi madre se hace unos arroces con frijoles.
Mm.
No, yo ni una tortilla, y eso que a ella le duele al mismo tiempo, entiende que mi interés es en otras cosas.
Le
Hoy mi
duele.
madre hizo una cazuela de pollo con yucas, deliciosa.
Qué
Uy, la
delicia.
yuca.
Una yuca chirosa, como le
Ay,
decimos
no,
acá.
Mirta, porque dijo yucas y yo
Mm.
literalmente estaba pensando en
¿En yuca?
yuquitas. No, ayer que, o sea, sin molestar, ayer hablamos de lo del pollo y
Sí.
pensé como en esa papa así de un sudado de pollo y después
Distinta,
dije,
pero.
uy, quiero una yuca. O sea, de
Mm.
papa, de esa papa pasé a yuca,
O sea, solo en harinas
así
pensaste, así.
yuca chirosita.
Uy, es que una yuca, la yuca de
No,
acá de
no, no.
Colombia,
Cuando mi abuela
Mirta,
hace sancocho, la yuca. Ay, Jesús.
toca, como dice mi mamá, toca saber escogerla.
Mm,
Toca saber escoger la
Pues
yuca.
mi abuela la escoge increíble.
Sí, toca saber escogerla porque, pues bueno, hay gente que le gusta la yuca frita, pero una yuca, o sea, frita que esté como más durita, pero una yuca que sí esté frita, pero que uno la abre y esa cosa es como,
No, no, no empieces, no empieces. O no frita, porque la
sal-
de mi abuela del sancocho no es frita.
no, la cocinan.
Uy, Dios mío, no.
Sí, también es rico.
Pero la frita, no, Mirta. Mirta dice, pues eso, Dani, fue lo que ella hizo. Ay, no,
Qué
Mirta.
lástima, Mirta.
Qué lástima que no mandaron, Mirta.
Todo ese conocimiento de doña Mirta Mayor. Perdido, perdido.
Aunque mira, a mi abuela le encanta cocinar, cocina deli. Mi mamá no, a mi mamá no le gusta. Cocina muy rico mi mamá, pero no le gusta cocinar.
Igual que doña Mirta. Igual que Mirta Junior.
Em, Paulo Vázquez was saying thank you regarding the name of the brushes. Um, let's see.
They're just very inexpensive, and they are essentially the same quality brushes that you can find in like craft stores, or they're very very cheap. There's nothing really, to be 100% honest. There's nothing special about them. Nothing extraordinary about them at all.
Mm, Sneha Sima was saying it's 10 p.m. late for me. LOL. Oh, that's late for us too.
Dude, that was our going to bed hour last night. So
Yeah, last night we were like, can we watch something on TV? And you were like, oh my God, it's 10.
what
We
a
can't. And I was like,
yeah,
turn the light right
yeah,
now.
turn the
Yeah,
lights off.
so-
Why you're so loud?
yeah. uh, Cutie Sketch was saying, my mom walked in the room while you were talking about your shoulder pain. And
Yes.
she asked me what I was watching with a very confused face.
Well, it's not super embarrassing.
No,
then.
but maybe they're like, there's a painting, there's a girl in the screen, there's a hand, and they're talking about hemorrhoids. What?
Hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. What is this?
Yeah, is this the stream that
Yeah.
you love? Okay, I guess.
Yeah. And Sneha was also saying, do either of you have hobbies that you're serious about? Ping ping. I'll go with that. But no, I don't know. I don't think so.
Hobbies.
Oh, I have a hobby.
What's that?
Internet eye shopping
Eye
for
shop-
houses. So house hunting on the internet. Not buying them, of course. Not even visiting.
That's what we do. We
visiting
buy,
them.
you know,
Oh yeah, that's my
in like
hobby.
bathroom breaks, we buy houses.
Yeah. And never go to them. No, but I do that a lot. This morning Nicolas was watching an episode of something and he was like, could we watch another episode together? And I was like, no, because I want to see houses. So he was watching an episode and I was looking for
No, I
was
didn't
house
say that
hunting.
we could watch another one.
No. Like you were inviting me to watch something together. And I was like, no, I don't want that because I want to watch houses. So
Yeah, and Me? No. I wish I could have time to paint like figures, like paint miniatures or figures or stuff like that. I would really like.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe when I'm older and we have the Oprah contract,
Yes.
I could do that. But
But then don't say that she's not picking her phone up, because then she'll be offended.
or maybe she's like, yeah, he knows what's up.
Mm, let's see. Marcelo Peralta
Mm-hmm.
was saying hi, Danny and Nico. Hi, chat. Hey, Marcelo. What's going on today, Marcelo?
What's going on?
Mirta Xiomeli Sandín dice, es como una vergüenza y al mismo tiempo pienso que algo se le ha pegado a mi marido. O sea, ¿ninguno de los dos les gusta cocinar?
O la vergüenza se le pegó a su marido.
Julia Tovar
Mm.
dice, uy, yo volvía por acá a seguir viendo un episodio viejo de OPL y me encontré un live. Sí, Julia, por favor, acompáñenos.
Ya me voy.
Sí.
A esto no vine.
Em,
¿Qué está haciendo Julia? ¿Y cómo va el peque?
Ay, hoy mi primito fue
Tienes
su
que ir
primer día
a-
de ruta
Tienes que ir a
del
visitarlo.
jardín. A mi primito, obviamente.
Sí, ve
No,
mañana,
pero es que...
si
Ay,
quieres.
juepucha, espérate que algo me clave en el pie.
¿Estás bien? ¿Segura?
Sí, sí.
¿Estás llorando o es como,
Estoy quejándome.
déjeme quejar en paz?
Quejar, si ya se quejó usted una
Sí,
hora.
güey,
Me
madre, todo el tiempo
toca.
hablando de su codo, su hombro, su muñeca.
No, es
Déjeme
que,
hablar de mi pie.
¿sabes qué pasa? La lengua
Señora.
del zapato
Ujú.
la tenía como doblada y me estaba doliendo. O sea, moví y me dolió en el dedo chiquito, pero ya, me lo estaba clavando, pero ya. Ay, sí, pero hoy mi primito
Mm.
siempre lo llevan al jardín y hoy fue su primer día de ruta. Y mandaron un videito y dice que yo vuelvo para el almuerzo. Ay, divino, divino. Estaba un poquito nervioso.
Sí, se movía las
Estaba
patas
así
y
con...
las...
Además, las paticas no le bajan de la silla, o sea, le quedan hacia arriba y las estaba moviendo. Divino.
Como cuando uno no sabe cómo quedarse quieto para...
Sí, divino.
Sí, sí, estaba todo nerviosito.
Em, a ver.
Yo la primera vez creo que dejé a Samu Bafer en la ruta. O sea, uno se siente como, no sé, yo me
Sí,
sentí el peor
abandono.
ser humano del
Sí.
mundo. O sea, me sentí horroroso.
Pues sí, la verdad,
Uy,
van
no.
perfecto, pero sí. Sí, no
Sí.
me imagino. Es
Bueno,
que
sí,
veía la carita de mi
van perfecto, pero cuando
primito.
recibí a Samuel esa vez que con casi el ojo ensangrentado, con un morado en el
Pero ese no fue
pómulo.
el primer día.
No, pero era muy chiquito.
Sí,
Era
sí,
muy
sí.
chiqui.
Sí.
Ay, no, es que se le zafó el cinturón y le pegó en el ojito. Y yo era estos hijueputas.
Nicolás.
Pues es que así
Nicolás.
piensa uno, uno dice, estos
Sí, pero
hijuemadres no me
después,
cuidan al niño.
pero después tú sabes que un niño,
Ah, no,
o sea, un
niño está
niño
en
es como
constante,
en un cuarto de espuma
sí, y
y
se abre la
logra
cabeza.
abrirse la cabeza, sí.
Sí.
O
No,
sea,
un niño es constante peligro. O sea, un niño uno ya llega a un punto en donde dice, ya, o sea, le puede pasar cualquier cosa. Es como, y la vida es de que, pues, de que las cosas que le pasan, porque le van a pasar, no sean cosas graves. Eso es lo único que uno le puede pedir a la vida, que por favor,
sí.
lo que le vaya a pasar al niño que no sea tan grave.
Y que no le pase estando solo. Que ahí es donde yo digo, o sea, cuando, no sé, a Samu le pasó Coco estando en el bus donde había gente que estaba pendiente de él.
Sí,
O sea, no fue como él corriendo y se cayó y no hay nadie alrededor que lo pueda ayudar. No, que siempre haya alguien que pueda estar pendiente de lo que le pasó.
sí.
Julia dice, bien Nico acá ilustrando. El peque bien está en los mal llamados Terrible 2,
Uy,
entonces lidiando con
fatal.
pataletas, pero es muy cool verlos crecer.
Mm.
Ay, es
Mal
que todavía está
momento.
muy chiquito.
Sí,
Yo
mal
pensé que
momento.
estaba más cerca de la edad de mi primo, no sé por qué.
No, mal momento. No, debe tener como dos y picho, ¿no es cierto,
Pero
Julia?
igual, pues es mucho
Uy,
más
y no
chiquito.
es, y no es en chiste. Son unos hijuemadres
Oye, pero ¿sabes qué? No,
malcriados.
yo creo que es distinto en cada edad, pues en cada niño la edad, porque yo creo que mi primo a los 2 era mucho más tranquilo que ahorita a los 4.
Sí, tu primo se ha ido revolucionando.
Sí, mi primo era, o sea,
Bueno, pero él siempre ha sido, o sea, con una energía desbordadora. O sea,
sí,
él es como, la verdad es el niño de los niños más brillantes que yo he visto en mi vida.
mm,
Como que no, el cerebro y el cuerpo como que
sí, es que el
no se cansan,
cerebrito le
no es,
va,
sí, no, no, no. Es
como que
impresionante.
tiene hambre ese cerebro todo el tiempo.
Sí, yo debo decirlo así con toda como objetividad. Ese niño es un niño muy especial. O sea,
Sí, pero ahorita está con pataletas más, o sea, pataletas es como que empieza como a retar
sí.
y
Bueno,
es,
pero él también creció en pandemia. Es que esa es la vaina que uno
sí,
dice, uno no tiene idea cómo eso también afectó a un niño.
claro. No, pues incluso acuérdate que él iba a entrar al jardín y empezó pandemia. Entonces también como súper complicado,
Mm,
pero sí, sí, sí,
sí, eso.
sí.
Yo creo que nunca lograremos entender ese impacto.
No, pues incluso, o sea, me acuerdo mi primito cuando chiquito con la pandemia, que tocó decirle que ya no podíamos ir al parque porque había un bichito. Y entonces él preguntaba que si el bichito ya se había ido para poder ir al parque. Muy triste,
Mm. Eso en...
muy, muy triste.
esa palabra es complicada, Lindita.
¿Qué?
Bicho. Sí,
No, no, no,
eso en
no.
Centroamérica, eso en el
¿Así?
Caribe
Ah, bueno, no sé.
es otra cosa. Pero un virus, o sea, un animalito, un animalito.
Pero pues así le decía a él, pues es que así se
No, así
dice.
decimos acá.
Sí. Pues así le digo yo a mi hermana.
De nuevo.
Pues
Eso
pero...
Doña Mirta debe estar diciendo como, ¿cómo así?
Em, Julia dice, yo estoy segura que todas las mamás dicen lo mismo, pero el mío también lo siento extrañamente brillante. Sí, pues yo no soy la mamá, pero sí es muy inteligente, mi primito.
Sí,
Y dice, y él nació 3 meses antes de pandemia, pero entonces no nos pegó tan duro porque era época de estar en la casa con él y el patio de la casa ayudó mucho.
qué bueno.
¿Qué vas a decir? Que te interrumpí, tuviste yo.
No, 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 que yo digamos, o sea, esto no es comparando niños, sino pues dándose cuenta no solo con mis hijos, mis sobrinos. O sea, el primito de Dani es muy rápido.
Sí,
O sea,
no, incluso,
es
mira,
exageradamente rápido en mil cosas. O sea,
incluso mis tías lo dicen. O sea, mis tías dicen, pues es que él ya leía. O sea, son cosas muy locas. El año pasado creo que fue que estábamos acá jugando fútbol en el pasillo, o eso fue en mi cumpleaños este
mm,
año.
sí, le hago como matemáticas ahí
Tú le
todas.
dijiste, sí, vamos a jugar 10. ¿Cuántas llevamos? 7. Entonces, ¿cuántas faltan para que dejemos de jugar? Y él dijo 3 y tú. ¡Ah!
No, son cositas,
Sí,
no,
o
son
sea, esas
cositas.
cosas
Y
que uno
tiene un
dice, ¿qué?
vocabulario súper
Sí,
grande. O sea, son varias cosas. Son varias cosas que uno dice, Este niño es distinto". O sea, es claramente distinto a muchos niños. Em, o sea, no porque los otros niños no sean así, son menos especiales, pero yo, o sea, dentro de la experiencia que he tenido como en mi familia, con mis propios hijos, reconozco cuando hay algo que uno dice, uy, sí, o sea, este niño no, o sea, está haciendo cosas que uno esperaría ver en niños mucho más adelante. Y ya después cuando uno le ve la personalidad, uno se da cuenta, uy, no, es que es un niño, que es un chino brillante, o sea, es un chino
mm,
que uno dice, pucha, le va muy rápido la cabeza, muy, muy rápido. Y de pronto por eso es que como que se emociona o se frustra o
mm.
como que todo va a
Y
mil
yo creo
por
que
hora.
también por eso está retando ahorita,
Mm,
porque ya la cabeza de él dice, no, ¿y por qué tengo que hacer esto? O sea, ¿por
Sí.
qué si yo sé que puedo hacer esto otro?
Sí, sí, sí. Qué impresión. No, la verdad, ver a un niño crecer es como maravilloso. Eso es una locura.
Same drum
Ujú.
was saying, do you have any paintings for sale? All the ones on our painted lives are sold.
So thank you for asking.
Yeah,
That's very
thank you so
generous of you.
much.
Um, we will have this one for sale when I'm done. So
Yes.
keep an eye out for that,
Yes.
please, and thank you.
Yes. Yes. Let's see.
But no, we don't have anything else for sale. So
At the moment. But as you were saying, there are more coming. Marcelo Peralta was saying, doing great, Danny. After months of absolute drought, as usual here, it's finally raining today. I walked home for lunch in the rain. Felt so great.
oh, nice.
Yes, I have to say that for us, because here it rains a lot.
This year
But
in particular, I feel it has been colder for sure.
yeah,
Now, I think now we can make like a fair assessment of this year. Do you remember that like when we would go back to university in January and in July,
yeah,
both times there would be like a whole month maybe that it was like the sun is out,
Mm.
like a very strong sun was out.
And
I don't think this year we've had that
no,
at
and
all.
sun that like hurts you because
Oh,
we're so
yeah,
up high that it's like
yeah.
I
Sun
need
that,
to go to the shade because I'm feeling
yeah, sun that
the
it's
sun
like,
through my clothes.
yeah, or you go to parks and you see like when we were at university, like you would see people lying like in the grass,
And they
just
would get sunburned
oh,
if
people
they
with
didn't.
umbrellas. Let's say people with umbrellas lying in the grass.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't think that has happened this year. It's very strange. It's really very, very strange that it hasn't been something that you could tell it's like, okay, oh yeah, the weather changed a little bit, or the sun, this is going to be like a very sunny month, or a couple, or like a month and a half. Nope.
Mm.
No, that didn't happen. It's very
Yeah.
strange. It's very cold. We've had days that are just ridiculously
Yeah.
cold. Well, cold again, cold for us.
And as we were saying,
For the cold that we have
for what
grown
we're
to
prepared
understand.
for.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was also going to say, when Marcelo was saying that he was happy because of the rain, I was going to say that if I lived in a place that was dry for the most of the time, I would also be enjoying the rain so much.
Yeah, and rain is just necessary.
Yes.
So happy for you guys that
Yeah.
you're getting some rain back.
Cutie Sketch was saying, Danny and Nicolas,
Yes.
what's your favorite thing to sketch / doodle in your sketchbooks? I think the thing is that neither of us have a sketchbook right now.
I mean, I was doodling Batman the other day.
Yeah. But like in spare pages. So I think it's not, because I was going to say that, because in my case, when I had sketchbooks, I sort of had a mood for the sketchbook. I don't know if that makes sense. But I don't know why I went to one specific sketchbook for portraits, for example. And I went to the other one to write notes and have like more open drawings, like more immediate, like things that I wanted to have on paper so I wouldn't forget. So I think I had different sketchbooks for different things.
Yeah. I usually if I'm sketching, well, the thing is, I don't want to say I got burned out of having a sketchbook after the sketchbook project, but it was kind of difficult going back, because the sketchbook for me was the place where I kind of worked for like 3 years in there, maybe 3 years, a little bit over 3 years. And it was, so it was a little bit difficult to then say, oh, now I have to go back and keep a sketchbook just out of pure joy. because it became like the center of a lot of my work. So perhaps that's what made me like step away a little bit from the sketchbook.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gorgeous practice. I used to fill them up all the time, like constantly fill my sketchbooks up all the time. And I would draw anything. Really, I was just, whatever's in front of me, it was fine.
Hmm.
I do like one of my go-tos when I was sketching. I remember it's when you put your sketchbook on your lap and you just draw your hand and the sketchbook and your
Yeah,
leg, and then you
that's
draw the
fun.
rest of the scene. I
Yeah.
used to love doing that. That would be a almost like an obligatory go-to one.
You know, I did that, but in classes.
Yeah, those are fun.
I mean, in classes that I knew that I could be paying attention, but drawing at the same time. So I would do that, like what I was seeing in the class. That was fun.
Oh, I never had a sketchbook, notebook in my life, Danny, that I wasn't. I can't listen and not draw. Like I can't be in class and not draw.
No, but I'm different, because
Yeah,
I have to be like uh taking notes.
yeah,
That's the way like I interiorize the knowledge.
yeah.
So it's hard for me. I just do it like I just draw in like spare moments that I have that I know the topic, so I can just.
I wonder. Could you do me a favor,
Of
Danny?
course, yeah.
This one's hard though,
What?
because it's like way down there.
Wait, but be careful with the
Yeah,
chair.
yeah. I'm seeing the.
Where is it? What? What
it's
is it?
it's the sketchbook. That's the moleskin little book
Yeah.
that's down there. Could you pass it to me and see? I mean, it's a spare one, so watch your head. Watch your head. This was an old one, but let me see. Thank you, Daniel Ira.
I think I have.
Oh, could you, Danny? Sorry, sorry. Just so I can put. Thank you, thank you. So let me see. No, I'm just trying to see if there's notes that I would take with it. Always drawing. So these have a bunch of like these would have like little life drawing sketches. So these would have like little life drawing ones. They're probably like a minute, maybe, or 2 minutes. We would do like quick ones, like stuff like that. Uh, I don't know why. This looks like a Mobius thing. I don't know why somebody's like in a pterodactyl or something. Um, don't ask me what's going on there or there. I don't know what's going on there. This is a nice rib. Oh, I could actually do something with that rib. That's that painting of Fer. Do you
Yes.
remember that one?
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know why at the beginning I was trying something out with hands. Oh, I can see it now. That's a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
It's
getting
kind of like wearing a
cold.
mask. It's like a head and a couple of arms, like oversized, but it's almost like a headpiece. And then like mech arms or something. That's pretty cool. I could
Yeah.
do something with that. Let's see. But these are a lot of like sketchy life, like very quick life drawing things. But I don't have a lot of interesting stuff or like people sitting down and playing. I don't know. They're very quick. Yeah.
Because you know what I was trying to say? It's interesting because I had notebooks, like sketchbooks, that
Yeah.
I thought of them as more of notebooks. So I could like free my mind
Yeah.
and I would do like super quick poses. For example, if I went to a drawing class waiting for a friend,
Right, right, right.
I would just like do the drawing,
Yeah.
but it was like looser. But
Right.
I have other sketchbooks where I have more of a like a formal, not even formal, because it's not like every single thing I have there I like it or I'm like treasuring it, but it's like I know that in that sketchbook I could take my time, like I could work for longer sessions,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, sure.
So I have this one, for example, where I have the one that I've shown a lot. That is the person, which is my sister, laying
Love that.
in. Yeah. So, but you could see that it's like more of a finished
Is that a
quote
double?
unquote
Is that
thing.
like a good double page, Danny?
No, they're different pages.
Oh,
I mean,
that's a
we could
shame.
like ensemble that, but I have. I'm very methodic. So, for example, when I was doing the carvings, I have a little chart. You can't even see it. Okay, perfect. But a little chart counting all the carvings I did. I have, but I have more open things, as I was saying, like with writings and drawings.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very old because it's been very long since I've had like a proper sketchbook. But this is the one I had 6 years ago when I went to Menorca.
Mm.
So I had like a little gouache I did. I had like a little painting of my. You can't. Why can't you even see it?
Do you want me to show it here?
No, I'm just trying to. Uh,
Maybe it's too close.
oh no, you know what? Because we have the blur thing. Let
Oh,
me take that out for 1 second. Perfect. So maybe you could see it now. No,
no, that
no,
wasn't it.
perfect. Doesn't matter. I have like a little gouache of my Converse. I have some studies I did for a painting that was of my grandma with in the pool. I don't know if you remember that.
Of course.
That you really like the little sketches. I didn't do that painting at the end, but I don't know what else I have. I have like some drawings of paintings I wanted to do, but I realized I have a drawing of my dad. I wanted to do a painting of my dad, but I realized I did the drawing
Mm-hmm.
in the back part of one of the pages of the painting of my sister.
Mm.
So I didn't want it to seep, like the painting to seep through it. So I stopped it. Yeah, but I don't know if you kind of get what I'm trying to say, and it's that I had like a looser sketchbook and one that I know that I was gonna carry when I had more time to work on it. So maybe it was not about like a theme. It's not like having a portrait sketchbook as I was trying to describe it. I was just thinking about um a sketchbook where I used tons of mediums. Like I could paint in gouache. I think I have like drawings and I have like oil um bars. I don't know how to call that.
Yep.
Uh and in the other one, the one that I would carry around to write things on, it was just like whatever I had in my hand. So it would be like a pen or a pencil or whatever, but yeah, but I don't have them anymore. Mm, let's see. Um, Beth H
Mm-hmm.
was saying all my math books were full of cartoons and drawings in high school. I mean, my notebooks, not the actual book. Oh, I could never uh make a drawing or write in my books. That's something that bugged me. Like when I would give my book to someone and they wrote on it.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
We couldn't because it was the I mean Samu still goes through that because it's like a tradition in my school that
Mm.
which is Samu school that we use the same books all the time. So like the books that Samu would use are the books that the next class next year or the exact books that the next class next year are going to use.
Mm-hmm.
So we were always taught to be respectful of the books because they didn't really belong to us. Somebody else was going to use them. So, and I think it's very nice. I actually really appreciate that his school, my
Yeah.
school, still does that.
But also, I mean, I could, because there were books that were mine. There were books that were from the school, but not even the reading books, like a literature book. I never wrote on those.
Oh yeah. When you borrow a book from somebody and it has like they underline a bunch of stuff that
Yeah,
they felt it was important,
yeah, and I think it's
and you're
cool for
like,
them, but it's like you're
this is
conditioning
important
my
for
reading.
you.
Yeah, you're conditioning my reading.
Although I always play a game and try to figure out why it was important
What
for
was
them. Like
important?
I try
Yeah.
to imagine like why did they, I wouldn't have like underlined this. Like why
Yeah,
did
but
they
I still
underline
don't
this?
like it because it's like, no, you're just like making me read it the way you read it. But it's like you're giving me.
Ajira.
¿Ajira? ¿Qué es eso?
Yeah.
¿Qué es eso, mi amor?
I learned it. I don't know if I learned it in Long Island or New York. It's like you get agitated. You get like flustered over something.
Hmm.
It's giving me you're getting frustrated over something.
Yeah, but I think it's like for me, it's like you're taking away my freedom of
Freedom.
understanding it however I want. I don't like it. Let's see. Julia Tovar
Mm.
dice, estaba justo viendo el live del dibujo de Olguita y se me ocurrió una pregunta.
Sí, señora.
¿Será que ella que sintió que fue una mamá increíble para todos sus hijos se sintió en algún momento mala mamá? Perdón si la pregunta es muy personal.
Uy, me toca preguntarle a
Es
la
que es
Olis.
donde está mi cerebro ahorita.
Ay, yo no creo. Yo no creo, Julia, pero yo no creo, la verdad no creo, pues, pero es porque nuestra relación con mi mamá no, o bueno, ha cambiado porque pues ya somos todos ya viejos, pero todos adoramos a mi mamá. O sea, mi mamá es como el pegante que une a nosotros 5.
Mm.
Entonces, y nosotros cuando nos encontramos, digamos que cuando los hermanos nos encontramos, es donde mi mamá. O sea, es en nuestra casa, que era la casa donde crecimos, y es cuando vamos a visitar a mi mamá.
Ujú.
Pero mi mamá es como, o sea, yo creo que si nos pregunta a todos nosotros, mi mamá es como, pues todo para nosotros.
Sí, sabes, yo pensándolo como en mi mamá, yo creo mi mamá, pues obviamente para mí es la mejor mamá del mundo, pero yo creo que yo he tenido conversaciones con ella donde ella dice, yo me arrepiento de tal cosa. O sea, porque pues yo no soy mamá, pero yo creo, Julia, que no sé si ese es como el momento en el que está Julia, como en donde está su cabeza, como que de pronto piensa como una mamá, que entonces ser mamá significa hacer todo bien. Y yo creo que como en cualquier otra relación hay cosas donde como que uno piensa, ay, pude haber hecho las cosas mejor o pude haber hecho tal cosa. Porque yo incluso he tenido conversaciones con mi mamá donde ella me dice, no, esta cosa que yo hice y yo o ni me acuerdo o no me significó lo que le significó a ella, no tuvo como ese peso que tuvo para ella y que de pronto ella cree que sigue teniendo en la vida de uno. No, y pues para mí mi mamá siempre va a ser la mejor mamá del mundo.
Y le puedo
Y
preguntar, Julia, no sé si te interrumpí, qué pena, Lindita.
no, iba a
Discúlpame.
decir que creo que ese debe ser el caso de absolutamente todas las, tanto mamás como papás, como todas las relaciones. Sobre todo yo creería que una de como mamá o papá, que es
Sí,
como estoy cuidando a esta persona y de pronto con algo le hice daño.
es que le iba a preguntar a Julia si lo que está preguntando son como cosas que siente que son exclusivas a ser mamá, porque no sé. O sea, bueno, de pronto en mi caso, bueno, mi papá no es que fuera un papá ausente, por Dios, no. Mi papá nos quería mucho, pero los roles eran como muy específicos. El rol de mi mamá era como cuidarnos. O sea, rol de mi mamá cuidarnos, rol de mi papá, ¿cómo es? Proveer.
Ujú.
O sea, ese era como, era muy fácil de identificar en mi casa. Em, Pero yo creo que eso hoy en día es como, no, no quiero decir que no exista, ¿no? Esos roles así súper tradicionales todavía existen. Pero yo, por ejemplo, con mis hijos me siento que tengo, o sea, yo nunca he sentido, aparte de cosas como físicas, que sería como amamantar a un niño
Ujú,
chiquito si es que pues la mamá quiere dar,
ujú,
quiere amamantarlo, porque eso pues tampoco es una obligación, pero aparte de eso, yo nunca he sentido que hay cosas que la mamá de mis hijos hizo que fueran cosas que yo no podía haber hecho. Y como sentía que esas eran unas cosas que los dos podíamos hacer,
ujú,
entonces eran cosas que los dos hacíamos. O sea,
ujú.
yo no sé, yo bañé a mis hijos, cambié pañales, les di el desayuno, les hice almuerzos, los llevé al colegio, los recogí del colegio, les ayudo a hacer tareas, o sea, les lavo la ropa, no sé, yo nunca he sentido que hay un rol hoy en día como algo, si es algo que no es físico, que no es, o sea, yo tengo boobs, pero yo no puedo dar leche, o sea, yo no, eso no lo puedo hacer y no
Pues tú no
puedo dar a
tienes boobs,
luz.
tú tienes tetillas.
Sí,
Es
pero,
distinto, mi amor.
pero, pero, pero aparte de eso, yo papá, o yo progenitor, o yo, como se le quiera decir, yo no siento que haya nada que hoy en día, por lo menos la manera, o sea, si yo comparo la manera como me crié con la visión que tengo de lo que es ser, como cuidar de un ser pequeñito, yo no siento que haya como esos roles como tan distintos en el caso, o sea, en el caso de mis hijos, no, no creo. Y yo creería que si le preguntan lo mismo a la mamá de mis hijos, pues nosotros tenemos una buena relación, yo creo que diría
Ujú.
exactamente lo mismo. Nosotros nunca hemos pensado que los roles son distintos.
Aunque sabes que yo no entiendo la pregunta de Julia como hablando de roles.
No, 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 por eso yo decía que si cuando siente que lo que es ser una mala mamá, o sea, de pronto es porque pues ella es mamá, eso es lo que es. Entonces uno dice, pero, pero como dijo que si mi mamá,
Sí, pero porque estaba
es
viendo
como
el
si
video
se...
de tu mamá y dice que como ella
Sí,
siente que fue una increíble mamá para todos sus hijos,
sí.
que si será que tu mamá en algún momento se sintió mala mamá. Entonces yo creo que tiene que ver es como con esa relación como eh, persona que cuida a sus hijos, sea mamá o sea papá. Yo lo vería así.
Entonces como de haber hecho algo, de
Como
haber
de,
criado, de arrepentirse de algo en la crianza,
exacto. Y
digamos.
yo por eso ponía los ejemplos de mi mamá, que para mí es la mejor mamá del mundo, y que en todo eso ella me dice, ay, de esto me acuerdo y esto me duele haberlo hecho. Y yo digo, ma, no, ¿cómo se te ocurre? O sea, eso no, así, o sea, como que entiendo a Julia desde el punto de hijo, pero yo creo que un hijo no se detiene como en esas cosas que de pronto la mamá o el papá dice como, ay, yo la embarré en este momento, no, pues no sé, o sea, no. Por eso decía que creo que todo el mundo de pronto piensa que puede haber hecho las cosas mejor. De pronto sí se puso bravo, pudo haber manejado las cosas mejor, pero eso no, nunca va a significar que entonces es una mala mamá o es un mal papá.
No, no.
Julia dice cínico. Es interesante porque no, inicialmente no lo pensaba con roles para nada, sino pensando, bueno, esta mamá que fue tan buena y que todos sus hijos adoran, ¿será que en algún momento sintió, uff, ¿será que lo estoy haciendo mal? Pero hablando con mis amigas sobre el tema, es extraño que es más recurrente que las mamás sientan culpa constante y los papás no tanto.
Mm. Como de pronto un grado de responsabilidad, que puedan sentir que esto es responsabilidad mía, o un grado de expectativa también.
O como culpa, pensaría yo de nuevo, o sea, yo estoy comentando sin yo ser mamá, pero de pronto pensaría como, mm, como culpa de decir, "Ah, o sea, estoy haciendo todo lo que puedo, pero ¿será eso suficiente? Como pensar que de pronto se queda corto, pero yo creo que igual eso, o sea,
Yo estoy,
eso
además,
no lo hace a uno una mala
no,
mamá y yo creo que uno siempre, o sea, por eso yo decía tanto con relación de padres e hijos, como,
Danielita.
sí, como en otro tipo de relaciones, uno mil veces como por querer cuidar a la otra persona y por querer dar el 500% de uno, se puede uno cuestionar si lo que está dando es suficiente. Pero no creo que,
Y Julia,
no
uno se
sé, o sea,
equivoca 100.000
sí.
veces. O sea,
O sea, creo que igual si alguien está dando lo mejor de sí, pues entonces está siendo la mejor mamá que puede ser. Es que yo no creo que eso se pueda como que no hay una tabla en la que uno diga, uy, se quedó corta en tal cosa.
y
Uy.
las mamás y papás de uno, o las personas que lo criaron a uno, se equivocaron. Nadie nace aprendido, Julia. Ellos también se equivocaron. Seguramente eh, esas personas tuvieron que tener esa misma relación de la mamá diciéndoles, ay, pues que usted no sabe hacer esto. Venga, que es que yo sí, yo ya tuve hijos, yo ya aprendí, yo ya sé hacer esto, usted no sabe, venga, yo le enseño cómo es. Y seguramente esas mamás de nosotros o esas personas que nos criaron tuvieron que decirle en algún punto a las mamás como, no, venga, y déjeme, yo lo hago porque yo quiero
Ujú,
aprender yo. O venga que yo sé cuando mi niño llora por esto, o cuando mi
mm.
niño está jodiendo por esto y cuándo hay que pararle bolas, cuándo hay que no. O sea, todo el mundo pasa por ese proceso. Y yo digo que todo el mundo, o sea, ser, o sea, estar encargado de la crianza de un niño no es distinto a ninguna otra cosa que uno hace en la vida. Uno va a hacer cosas bien, uno va a hacer cosas mal. O
Y es
sea,
que además no hay como un libro.
no, pues sí, hay libros, hay bastantes libros, que es lo triste, es lo
No,
mamón.
no, no. Pues, o sea, lo que digo es que no hay como una manera de seguir, porque es que no es como que tú estés haciendo una receta, o sea, tú estás lidiando con un ser humano
Sí, porque lo que le
que
funciona a
tiene
un niño,
emociones, que tiene una personalidad, que tiene reacciones distintas, y no es solamente el otro ser humano, sino que tú como ser humano también tienes tu manera de procesar tus cosas. Entonces yo creo que no hay como una receta donde uno diga, es que esto es lo que tiene que hacer, sino que yo creo que lo más miedoso de ser mamá o ser papá es como pensar que hay que aprender al serlo. O sea, no es algo como que se pueda estudiar, no es que yo diga, uy, voy a estudiar y listo, y llegó y ya tengo la clave para todo. No, 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 pues uno supongo que se podrá como informar y hablar con personas de su experiencia, pero de nuevo, la experiencia de cada quien va a ser muy distinta.
sí, yo
Entonces,
no, Julia, yo no sé si hablamos ese día de eso cuando vino, pero yo, por ejemplo, a mis sobrinos, yo no los podía cargar. O sea, tenía un culillo de cargar a un, yo decía, se me va a caer, se me va a caer. Yo, no me den un niño que se me cae. Yo no puedo ser como responsable de cargar a un niño chiquito porque yo sé que se me va a caer. Y le tenía pánico, o sea, un pánico así, pero horroroso, horroroso, horroroso a tener que cargar a un niñito chiquito. Yo decía, no, lo voy a desnucar, o sea, se
no,
me va a
pero
resbalar. No, 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 yo siempre decía, se me va a resbalar, se me va a caer, se me va a caer, ya. O sea, y, y nació Samu y lo cargué. O sea, es así, fue como así de curioso. Entonces eran cosas que uno dice, no estoy preparado para esto, no tengo idea, no sé qué estoy haciendo, no sé nada. Y pues y era igual, era lo mismo. Yo me acuerdo que yo decía, lo voy a bañar en una tina y se me va a resbalar. Y se me va a
mm,
resbalar y se me va a ahogar el niño. O sea, se va, o sea, y se resbala. Y no le pasó nada. O iba a decir, ay, lo voy a meter a la ducha y se me va a caer. O sea, se me va a
sí.
resbalar. Y nunca se me resbaló.
No,
O
pues
sea,
sí, yo te he contado que mi papá, o sea, mi mamá cuenta que mi papá, tanto con mi hermana, que es mayor que yo, como conmigo, que uno diría, no, pues ya lo superó. Las primeras veces que nos alzaba, mi mamá decía que mi papá terminaba con los brazos dormidos, pero no porque pesáramos, no, sino porque mi papá se recostaba y nos ponía encima y mi mamá dice que mi papá casi ni respiraba
mm,
porque le daba pánico como ver esta personita súper frágil. Entonces mi papá decía que él acomodaba el brazo y así como se quedó, quieto, o sea, una momia. Pero
mm.
entonces después no podía del dolor de brazos y pues uno diría, no, sí, le pasó con la primera hija, no, le volvió a pasar con la segunda. Entonces, sí, yo creo que no es algo que uno diga como ya chuleo esto, ya lo aprendí, porque supongo, pues no sé tu experiencia, Coco, pero supongo que así hayas aprendido muchas cosas con Samu. Cuando llegó Fer, como que esos miedos vuelven a nacer, como
Y son
fue
totalmente
madre.
distintos. Entonces,
Exacto,
de
exacto.
nada, tristemente, uno dice, listo, aplico exactamente lo que hice con uno de los niños y va a ser exactamente igual.
Y se da cuenta que no es una
No
receta.
funciona.
Que sí.
Juepucha, por ejemplo, Samuel, uno lo podía envolver como un taquito y
Ujú,
meterlo a la cuna o a la cama o a donde fuera que estaba durmiendo. O sea, uno enrollaba en la sábana,
ujú,
en la cobijita,
sí.
pero así, enrollado como un taquito,
Sí, sí,
¡prup!
sí.
Que no se pueden mover, que no pueden
Sí. ¿Cómo es que
literalmente,
se llama eso?
no sé. Y, y Samu feliz, y ahí se quedaba, enrollado todo. Y entonces, o sea, la felicidad de uno decir, listo, yo ya la tengo, o sea, la tengo aprendida, esta
Sí.
vaina es
Y
infalible,
luego me imagino
perfecto.
Fer.
No, y, o sea, la primera vez que uno fue a envolver a Fer, empezaba a mover esas patas, a gritar, estaba desesperada
Mm,
y se salía de la cobija.
sí.
Y a mí me tocó como tu papá, Fer se me dormía como un sapo encima mío.
Ujú, y tú tieso,
Y
petrificado.
yo, claro, porque uno dice en la cama, si me llego a dormir, o la espicho porque me doy vuelta y la espicho,
Mm,
o se me cae, se va a caer
sí,
de la cama. O sea, ella, bueno, un bebé no gira, pero uno de pronto se mueve y ¡blup! Y la echa
sí,
para un lado y se cae. Y no, 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 es terrible.
sí.
Y esas son todas bobadas, porque al final son bobadas, pero uno se da cuenta que es que así es. O sea, uno va desaprendiendo mientras va pasando, mientras va
Sí, y
haciendo
yo
las
creo que
cosas.
algo es que el miedo por querer hacer las cosas bien no lo hace a uno malo. O sea, sentir miedo y sentir que uno no sabe lo que está haciendo no lo hace a uno malo. De nuevo, yo no puedo hablar de maternidad porque no soy mamá, pero sí siento que eso aplica para muchísimas cosas y creo que pues debe ser algo como un miedo como que se exacerba 1000 veces cuando es como con un ser vivo que depende de uno. Pero yo, pues sí, yo diría que no.
Y yo los quería estrangular. O sea, Julia, amo a mis hijos por encima cielo y tierra. O sea, me pongo enfrente de un bus por ellos. O sea, que me pase a mí todo lo que me ha de pasar en la vida antes que le pase a ellos. Todo, o sea, todo el sufrimiento lo pido para mí en vez de cualquier onza de sufrimiento para ellos. Pero hay días y hay momentos en que uno dice, cállese, váyase a dormir, no me lo aguanto, no más, no sea grosero,
Y eso
chino
no te hace un mal
malcriado.
papá
Uno es
tampoco.
como, no más, no puedo más, no puedo más. O sea, duérmase, deme un segundo de
Mm.
privacidad, deme un segundo de mi tiempo, quiero mi espacio, quiero, o sea, uno tiene esos momentos, o sea, y eso es normal,
Ujú.
porque uno dice, uno puede que psicológicamente diga, estoy preparado para dejar de ser yo, para empezar a ser alguien para otra persona. O sea, uno empieza a decir, ya todo lo mío se acabó. Lo que voy a
Pero
comprar
yo
para
no
mí no
creo que uno
importa, lo
tenga
que...
que pensar, voy a dejar de ser yo.
No,
De
pero
nuevo, yo no como mamá.
instintivamente tú piensas, o sea, el niño se vuelve la prioridad absoluta y al volverse una prioridad absoluta, tú naturalmente empiezas a dejar de pensar en
No,
ti
no,
como
entiendo.
prioridad.
Por eso digo, entiendo 100%, pero siento que eso no puede ser así porque también cuando los niños crecen, la dependencia, como esa codependencia, no va a seguir siendo igual porque los niños empiezan a tener su independencia y hacen cosas solas, y cuando alguno de los papás se acostumbra a tener que hacerle todo al otro hijo, cuando ya no tiene que hacerle todo al otro hijo se siente inútil
Sí.
y eso no es sano. Por eso yo creo que no es sano. De nuevo, lo digo yo que lo digo fácil porque pues no tengo hijos, pero eh, no es sano como uno pensar, es que ahora mi única función en el mundo es ser mamá o ser papá,
Sí,
porque
eso
esa,
es.
de nuevo, es una relación que se transforma y con los años se transforma. Entonces, sí,
No, pero esto pasamos de que me dolía el codo
a terapia. Julia
a,
dijo acá,
a muy
perdón
buenos
por
días,
tomarme el chat de
a
terapia.
muy buenos días y está la doctora. Por favor, díganle la pregunta a la doctora.
A ver, leo lo que dijo Julia. Dice, eh, a ver, jaja, me reí out loud con lo de padres e hijos. Es que no saben, este tema de la culpa maternal es una cosa tremenda. Siempre pienso en ustedes porque siento que tanto Nico como Dani tienen una relación súper linda con sus mamás. Sí, pero Julia, yo ahí metería la cucharada. Una relación muy bonita, sí, tanto Nicolás con su mamá como yo con mi mamá, pero nunca una relación perfecta. Que yo creo que también uno cuando ve a otra persona referirse a, no ve los momentos en los que de pronto yo estoy brava con mi mamá o Nicolás está brava con su mamá o es como, ay no, no hagas tal cosa o uno como que se disgusta por alguna cosa, porque yo creo que ninguna relación es perfecta. Entonces, si es una relación muy bonita, tanto la de Nicolás como la mía con nuestras mamás, pero no perfecta nunca. Que yo creo que eso, o sea, suena bobo, pero yo creo que a veces es súper importante uno acordarse de eso, como para saber que, pues, todo el mundo tiene cosas que desearía haber hecho mejor, o tiene momentos que no son tan buenos. Entonces,
Ahora, la mía con tu mamá, yo creo que es perfecta.
y la mía con tu
Entonces,
mamá también.
flawless.
Flawless. Eh, Julia dice, yo soy muy obsesiva y perfeccionista, entonces leo libros, escucho webinars, pero Dani tiene razón, no es tan así la cosa. Jaja, perdón por tomarme el chat de terapia.
No,
A
ya
mi
perdimos,
esposo,
perdimos seguidores ya todo este tiempo. Tranquila,
de
Julia,
pronto se
siga.
suscribieron acá diciendo, "Ay, pues yo venía por el arte, pero sigan.
Sí,
Ya cancelé la cita.
yo quería pintar a mi
De-
bebé. Perfecto esto.
Y Julia dice, a mi esposo también le da pánico eso, como las heridas físicas que le puedan pasar a Artu. A mí, en cambio, me preocupan las emocionales.
Yo creo que el niño, o sea, conociéndola a usted, Julia, solo teniendo eso de referencia, usted como persona, yo creo, yo no me cae la menor duda de que está haciendo las cosas súper bien. O
Mm.
sea, y no quiere decir que le esté diciendo que las está haciendo perfecto, porque es que yo no
Pues de
creo que
nuevo, no hay
exista
perfecto.
quien hizo de esas cosas perfecto. Qué
No.
mamera. Y que no sean atrevidas las mamás que dicen o que le hacen pensar a uno que ellas sí fueron perfectas. Eso no es verdad. Entonces, yo siento que lo que conozco de usted como persona es, es más que suficiente para uno decir, oiga, tranquila, yo estoy seguro que está haciendo las cosas bien. O sea, no se preocupe. Don't worry.
Mm, a ver. Eh, Sneha Sima
¿Mm?
was saying, do you guys like to watch films about or around painting, like Portrait of a Lady on Fire or Loving Vincent? I don't know. I know it's not Vincent, but
Ah,
or do you try and go as far away from art to decompress with watching stuff about elbows?
about elbows? No, but we do decompress watching stuff that's like super trashy
Yeah,
TV. And
like
I
we
don't
as
even
in
know
we
if
together and
yeah.
but also we apart. I think we've talked about this. That, for example, the YouTube we consume is very apart. Well, I mean, I consume and Nicolas consumes also things art related, but it's also related with other things we like, we enjoy. So I would say both. I think we could decompress with things art related or like super trashy TV or movies, like good movies or bad movies or but you were trying to say something. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
super.
I just recognized that maybe I've been using. Do you know if I've been getting my dark from here or
No,
from
because I
here?
can't see it.
Oh
I
shit.
can't see it
I
from
think I've
the.
been painting with like raw umber instead of black.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Oh, fuck me. I think that's cheating now.
Why cheating?
Well,
Cheating to whom?
to Zorn. I'm going to
Well,
get a
I
letter.
don't think Soren
I'm
will
going to get a
care.
letter in Swedish saying like disappointed. I am disappointed.
You cheater.
And I'm going to be like, shut up, Zorn. Yeah. Oh god. Well, um no, so I watch I'm very faithful to giving myself um time and space to enjoy the other things that I like to watch. Those are some of those are shared with Danny and some are not. They don't have to be. To be totally honest with you. We don't have to share absolutely everything that we love. There are things that we love to watch together, which is cool. There are super trashy things that we like that I mean, I don't understand them as decompressing, but I totally understand why seeing that just puts your mind at rest because
Mhm.
you're just watching like a bunch of drama and that's it. You're not really, and you know that it's like this faux drama. It's just or exaggerated drama or drama for TV.
Mhm.
Um, but we can also enjoy watching films about art, and it's totally fine. But it's not as if like that's all we can watch, and or because we're artists, that's what we should watch. Or
Yeah, and I would even say it's not like because it's art and the other one's trashy. It's like we enjoy one more than the other, to
no,
be honest. I mean,
no,
we
no,
could
no.
be super into a trashy reality TV.
Yeah,
And we say trashy because of the drama and everything, but we're still seeing it, so we are still enjoying it. So, yeah, I don't think it's like one or the other. Mike Nonati dice, ¿han visto Mindhunter de Netflix? Sí, muy bueno. Y dice, ahí se asocia en varios casos la relación de madre e hijo con el resultado de psicópatas,
no,
aunque
pero
está Ted Bundy. Sí, pero estamos
estamos
hablando de
tratando
una...
de.
No, pero estamos hablando de personas que son psicópatas y de relaciones como súper tormentosas, no estamos hablando de...
Sí, no, yo no creo que sea el caso de nadie aquí.
No.
Pero
Eh,
no, pero digamos
pero
que
sí la hemos visto.
el
Lástima que no vaya a haber otra
no, no.
temporada. Gran serie. Em,
Buena.
gran serie.
Sí, a ti se te hizo como gran
Sí, a
serie.
mí me gustó.
A mí se me hacía buena.
Es
Se
que
me hacía
igual,
buena.
¿sabes qué? Disfrutaba mucho que encontramos una serie que es de un tema que
¿Te
yo
gusta?
disfruto sola, que tú
Sí.
no disfrutas, pero
No
que
tanto me.
encontramos como el punto medio, que lo hemos hecho con algunas otras. O sea, digamos, hay unas que se llaman Untold History, Untold Mystery, o algo así. Untold Mystery, creo que es.
No sé,
Que no las hemos visto juntos.
Sí.
Que como que son esos puntos medios que encontramos, pero pues hay muchas otras que me veo yo sola y también las disfruto muchísimo. A ver,
Yo me traumo muy fácil con dramas así. No, no, no sé, me da muy duro.
pues yo no diría dramas.
O
O
sea,
sea,
historias muy dramáticas, o sea, historias trágicas, más bien.
sí.
Me da muy duro, me da muy, muy duro. O sea, con esto no estoy haciendo ningún juicio
No, no,
sobre
no.
la manera como Dani se sienta o no se sienta,
No, 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 porque es
sino
que
que para
además tú
mí se
sabes
me, a mí
que,
se me dificulta muchísimo.
sí, tú sabes que em, una de las carreras que yo contemplé y muy rápido descarté era criminalística.
Sí,
Entonces tú sabes que yo tengo como un interés por ese tipo de investigaciones.
sí.
A ver. Same drum was saying, when I had pain, like for 9 months, nothing worked. But then I read about a psychosomatic explanation of the problem in Mind Body Prescription, and the pain was gone a week later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, gonna try it out.
Yeah. I think it hurts nothing trying.
Well, just the elbow.
It always hurts.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna hurt less or more if you try something different. Marcelo Peralta was saying, here we have 2 seasons, hot and dry, hot and dry winter and hot and wet summer. Not rain from May to September. It gets so dry that people with respiratory chronic disease have a bad time. I just spent the morning with araras, bathing in the rain in a palm tree right in front of my window at work.
Very
Oh,
nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Marcelo was also saying, I like to draw in the bottom of the pages little stick figures animations that you could watch by flipping the pages.
Oh, like flip books? I was never good at those. And some people were super cool at those. Like they didn't necessarily have to know how to draw, but they could do those animations like really well.
Do you remember the one I did when I was in the university?
No.
Because I had to do it for illustration.
Like a little like a flip book?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And
no.
I did one of a girl like um chewing gum, and then she did like a big ball
Big
of
balloon.
gum. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was in a post-it, like in a pink post-it.
Yeah.
So I could paint everything, but then you would see the ball growing, and it was of the pink of the.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was super cool because the teacher, she wanted to keep the one I did.
Did you
So I was like,
give it
yes,
to
of
her?
course. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she was very nice. So I was like, yeah, of course you could have it.
Yeah, and having work for free.
No, I
Well, they would take nothing for the teacher to say, "I'll buy this from you."
just give it to her. So
I know, but
in the moment I
just
had,
saying,
yeah,
just saying.
no, and you're right. Maybe if I think about it now, but in the moment I was like, oh no, for sure, take it. It's cool
Sure,
that you
but
liked it. But no, now that you think about it, and if I was the teacher, I would have bought it instead of asking for it.
yes, I think that's the proper thing to do.
Yes. Rohit Kemhavi was saying, I had a question.
Yes.
I'm learning drawing using the construction method, and I'm fairly comfortable doing it. However, I'm sort of ending up being repetitive now. Any tips to maybe get more surprises?
Um. So it's that I'm guessing from that's the only way that you've approached drawing, maybe.
Maybe?
So, however, whatever it is, the sort of course you've used, or um the teachers you have had, or the books that you have read this from, or the exercises that you have followed or emulated, are they just like, do they have like a single source? And if you say yes, like, that's the only place that I've drawn from, so I would suggest something super easy, which is just get another book and just, from somebody that maybe you feel some sort of connections with, that you see their work and they are telling you, hey, I learned to draw this way. And maybe that manner of drawing, that other manner of drawing, is quite different from the one that you're exercising. Still drawing. I mean, it's still going to be like, wonderful fundamental drawing. So you can try that out to see if that gives you a bit of a new perspective on your drawing. Maybe change your materials. So if you've been drawing with charcoal constantly, change it up to pen and ink. And if you have drawn with a quill all the time, then try to change it to a brush. Stuff like that. Simple, very, very simple stuff like that can make a big difference. Very simple changes can make a big difference.
Sneha Seema was saying, is visual correspondence coming back? I love the episode where Danny discussed her painting her grandmother. It was lovely and articulate and beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Sneha. We have to see. We, of course, we're not close to retaking. Retaking?
Yeah, sure.
Retaking that road of visual correspondence again. But I think at the moment, with the things of the book, we're not able to do that. And we have to, I think we will start first with the courses to see how we can fit, if we can fit it into our.
I'm sure we can, but it's probably going to be next year. It's going to be back next year. So
And I
let's
would
say it
say
like that.
I would be open to. I mean, I think it's good if it's not every week, but like every other week. Like if we need to take more time, then we should.
Yeah, but I think it's something cool that we did, and I really want to follow it. And the only reason we had to stop is because we had like other responsibilities.
Yes.
And right now our priority is finishing the book, which is, it's all good. It's, we already sent like the final PDF to be printed. There's just paperwork to be done, and just a bunch of other like formal stuff. And then it is about, printing it. We're going to probably be there, in person,
Yes.
trying to check as much as we can.
Yes, I think we
for a couple of days.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're in the final sort of, moments of like what would be pre-production. And then after, if we cross that hurdle, then comes the other tough part, which is going to be the traveling. And first, it's the first hurdle there. It's going to be nationalizing the books. So importing them, you have to pay import taxes, and you have to fill a bunch of paperwork. You have to go to some import lawyers.
Hmm.
So it sounds more complicated than what it actually is, but it has to be done.
Rent a little truck.
Yeah, we have to rent our U-Haul
I think it's my
to
first
go.
time.
Yeah,
I'm excited for
yeah.
that.
They are like little lunch boxes,
I
or big
know.
ass lunch boxes
I
that you have
know.
to drive, and they sway in the freeway, and they're terrible in many ways, but necessary and helpful in a bunch of other ways. So and then as when we pick them up, like as soon as that's done, we're going to be super happy. But then the other part starts, which is packing, which is going to be a whole different thing. And then the last part is going to be shipping, which is also like a whole different thing. So there's a lot of stages to this that are all exciting and stressful and great and horrible. So we're gonna go through that in the end of the year, and it's almost like your mind has to be only thinking about those things in order to really concentrate about to give it the time and concentration that they deserve.
Yes. Um. Let's see. Mm, Tom Thumb Jordan was saying seconded.
Uh huh.
Seconded.
Yeah.
Really hope visual correspondence comes back. Sneha Sima was saying, yeah, sure. Don't worry about it. I'd feel bad if Danny didn't get to produce art as much. I'm probably projecting, sorry. Oh no, but because I need to clarify something, and it's that I don't just do things for the visual correspondence. It was something we were sharing because we wanted to. But as we've said many times, this channel started as me wanting to edit because I really wanted to like embark the editing journey, and Nicolas sharing what he does. But as we've said before, my times of working are very different of Nicolas' times, and that's why I'm not painting or sculpting or doing things live in the videos. But that doesn't mean I'm not doing my things, because I've been doing my things. So no, you're so sweet, Sneha, but no, of course that does not mean that I don't have time to produce my art, because I have plenty of time, and I do still produce my things. The thing is that I'm terrible at sharing what I do. So maybe I should get better on that. But yeah. Mm, Emily Painting Elk was saying you may have already discussed this, but I hope you'll both consider taking regular stretch breaks. My watch reminds me to stand and move, but every hour. It has really helped my back and knees issues. You could call it sketchbook stretch breaks, and while one of you is stretching, the other could show some close-ups of sketchbook pages. I'd love to see more of Danny's. That's so nice. I think the good thing is that when we change the setup, we will be able to stretch more.
Yes.
More you, because I think I'm super wiggly, and I do move a lot, and like I never feel tired of being sitting down because I'm changing my position so often that I'm comfortable. I'm always worried about you being jailed in the chair and not
That's
being
the
able
feeling.
to stretch. So, uh, let's see, where was I? Mm, Don Dono was saying hello. Hey Dono.
Don Omar.
Don Omar. Gabriel Pozo dice, está finísimo el suéter de Dani. Muchísimas gracias. Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. Me puse saco porque me dio frío. Liat was saying hello.
Hey, Leah.
Hey, Liat. Asmend on drum was saying Daniela's clothing has some serious pretty color composition. Oh, thank you. Oh, because I think they're both referring to this sweater. It's pretty cool. It was a gift from my sister and her fiance for my birthday. And it is from a Colombian brand. That is very cool. And has cool patterns and cool clothing. I'm really into like very bold patterns in sweaters. So thank you. Bali Art Studio was saying hi host and nice art. Thank you. Hi to you.
I think you're host and I'm nice art.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were host and I was nice art.
Oh.
My God.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
Pascal Novadrich dice, hola, una pregunta.
Sí.
¿Qué escuelas, academias, universidades recomiendan en Europa para seguir una carrera de pintura / dibujo? ¿O de pronto de qué lugares han escuchado cosas chéveres? Pero yo preguntaría, ¿qué tipo de pintura o dibujo? ¿En qué tipo de pintura o dibujo está interesado Pascal? ¿No? No sé.
Sí, no, y además debo decirlo que aparte de las academias que son como esos talleres, como ateliers clásicos que están en Italia, que son todos como dirigidos por norteamericanos. Yo no tengo tanta experiencia por fuera de como, como de eso, de otros países. No he conocido, y honestamente no he conocido como gente que haya estado en otros sitios. Entonces no sabría decir. Esa es como sería la verdad. O sea, estaría siendo como mentiroso si dijera que aparte de como Florence Academy o como cosas así, conozco otros sitios. No, la verdad no conozco muchos más.
Rosalind Dion
Ujú.
was saying hello. Hey, Rosalind, how are you?
Hey, Rosalind.
Mike, no, este ya lo leí.
Wazowski.
Boomer Boom
Okay,
was saying, love your videos.
thank you.
Tom Thumb Jordan was saying, hey guys, I have a simple question today.
Please.
Nicolas, how do you store your paints overnight? In the freezer?
No.
I'm sure it's been answered before many times, but my memory isn't so good. Also, Danny loved the Gwen Stefani style braids. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I have a very sleek ponytails with 3 little braids. Thank you. This?
Oh, nice.
You haven't even realized what
I didn't. I
how
thought
I was.
you were in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't notice much that, but it's
No.
not because of lack of observation or love. I've been bred to not really look at clothes or any like I don't know. I just don't see that.
You've been bred, I've been braid. Ed.
There you go.
Braided.
Yeah, I just don't. Like I've never in my life like looked at somebody else's shoes or sweater or and I'm not saying like this is not a way of not acknowledging that, if they want to wear it, but I always feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like people are wearing it to make an effort for me. So I always feel like people wear stuff that they like because they like it.
Mm-hmm.
If you style your hair, it's because you like it. And at times I would say like, "Oh, Danny, that's super cool."
Yeah, you
But
do. You do
yeah,
notice.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just that you don't notice every single day, every single thing I'm wearing.
No, no. I have to say, like, not yours, and I don't even know. I don't like. Look, close my eyes. If you ask me what shirt I am wearing today, I don't know.
A black one.
Yeah, or what sweater I'm wearing
A
today, what
black one.
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly have no idea which socks I picked or which
Mine
boxers
was
I picked, or
yeah.
I
But
have no idea.
I have to say it goes in personalities because I do remember. I mean, we were talking about this some time ago, but I do remember the things I was wearing when we started dating, for example.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, but that's just how my memory is. I
No.
mean, I could be like, oh, yeah, I remember that day and I was wearing that. And I think Fer, for example,
Oh, she's like that.
she's like that. She's like, oh, no, no, no. We weren't here that week because I haven't seen Danny wearing that. And she said she wore that week or
Yeah,
something like that. I
when
mean,
they come over, if you're wearing something that she doesn't, she's always like, "Oh, look at you,"
yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, thank you."
No, she's, yeah.
And I'm
And
like, "What? What are we talking
you
about?
know
What
what
is going on?"
I love and I really, really love it. And I feel that Fer is very good at giving compliments all the time, but not like forcing the compliments, but I think they come naturally. And I think that's something super beautiful. And it sounds dumb, but I think more between women,
Mm-hmm.
because I know that we're past that time, but there was a time that it was like, no, it's like a competition. Of course it's not. And I love that she's like, oh, Danny, I love, because sometimes she's like, oh, I love your sweater. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Or she's like, oh, I love how your hair looks. And the last time we were talking and she was like, Danny, can I say something? And I was like, yeah, sure. I love your eyelashes. And I was like, my eyelashes? And she was like, yeah, yeah, I've never told you. So I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
So, so cool that she could be like vocal about the things she sees in someone else that she thinks look cool. Because
Yeah.
it's never like she says, oh, Danny, I don't like that pant. No, it's always like good things. And I think
Yeah.
that is so amazing.
She says that she likes that my bald head is warm. So
And she
take
likes
that, jeans.
when our washing or dryer makes my clothing small.
Oh, yeah. When we put everything in the dryer without knowing if it's something that
Yeah.
you should put in the dryer, it goes it gets like 4 sizes smaller.
And she's like,
So
yes,
she's like, "Yes, I'm inheriting Danny's clothes."
can I have it? And I'm like, yeah, for sure you can. Yeah, but she loves that. Every time we're in the dryer and it's like, oh no, she's like, what happened? What happened?
Yeah.
Is something small?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it off your hands there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, your braids look very cool.
Thank you, Coquito.
I'll echo Jordan's. What, Tom?
Jordans?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's Thumb Jordan. So, do you even remember the question?
Something about Gwen Stefani.
No, that was referring to the braids.
Yeah.
No, they were asking how you store your
Oh,
pants
dude,
overnight.
thumb.
Thumb.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, quick answer, I don't. And the reason is I'm always going to be painting the next day. So I don't need paint to be fresh because it's very weird that paint would go stiff from just one day to the next.
Yeah.
And I always know that I'm going to
Well,
be
oil
painting.
paints, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's a good thing. It's one of the good things if you're painting all the time. So
Thumb was saying that's beautiful. I think it takes a level of self-confidence to compliment others, particularly of the same sex. Yes, that is amazing. And Thumb was saying I always remember when another bloke says something complimentary to me, normally about my glasses.
Oh, now we got it. No, bloke is like a friend,
Bloke,
like another dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how are your glasses, Thumb? Now I want to know.
Yeah, because that was a way of saying like I got cool glasses.
Or I look cool with glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, so this is a question we've answered before. So I'm gonna challenge you.
Oprah.
I'm gonna challenge you,
Oprah.
and I'm gonna challenge myself. And I don't know why I'm doing that, but
What does that
to
mean?
say a different name.
Okay. Rembrandt.
Because Mike was saying, which is the favorite artist of each one. So I think we've talked about artists we love a lot.
Yes.
So try to say one that you think you haven't shared before. I have no idea
Oh,
what
then I
I'm
haven't
gonna.
shared at all? So I
Yeah.
can't say Olga Oznanska
No.
or Gwen John or
Gwen
Edwin Dickinson,
Stefani, you were
Gwen
gonna say.
Stefani and her
No,
braids.
Gwen Stefani, no.
Oh wow, and I can't say Fortuny and I can't say
You're just
um
saying, yeah, and I can't say Sorolla, so.
let me see. Let me think of somebody that I love that I haven't mentioned before. I mean, because I think I've mentioned all the people. Not I'm trying to think. Well, I've mentioned her before. I've mentioned her before. I've mentioned. So now I'm like thinking, am I going into the like my B tier list of artists? And I don't want to go like
What's
I don't want
B
to just
tier?
like B tier. It's not your A tier or it's not S
Oh,
tier.
B tier.
B
Yeah, I get
tier,
it.
yeah. Not the bitter ones.
No, because
Not
you said
bitter.
B tier, and I was like, B tier?
Yeah,
What's
not
that?
beadier. Let me think. Oh Christ.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I'm trying to.
I'm gonna say a Russian painter that I really, really
No, I
like.
don't know what to say, but go ahead.
I'm gonna stretch it. I'm gonna Russian painter that I really, really like. It's not one of the itinerant painters that we usually, hear. It's not like Repin or Kramskoy. It's not Levitan. It's not Serov. It's not your go-tos. It's not Shishkin. It's not your go-to painters. So
Jesus, I don't know.
it's Moiseyenko. Moiseyenko. Hell of a painter. Hell of a painter. Incredible painter. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that.
Jesus.
Strange one.
I pass.
Great expressive painter. Super brushy. Kind of abstract at times. Really, really good. Danny is searching right now. Daniela's favorite painters. That's what I'm watching her type. So who knows what that's gonna produce.
Oh, I have no idea. I pass. Again.
That's an easy way out, Daniel Lira. We'll allow it, but
Or let me think.
I'm
I
letting you
can't
think.
think.
I'm not even. I
Let me
haven't
think,
even
Nicolas.
haven't even
I'm gonna
said. I
ask
haven't even
again. Let
rushed
me
you.
think.
Yeah, you were the one with the question. I haven't even rushed you into an answer.
No, the thing is that it's hard, very hard to.
So don't answer now. You can answer later.
1 month later,
Yeah, I
be
know.
like, you know what? Regarding
Soroja.
that question, I'm gonna stick with Soroja.
Yeah.
Jesus, because I'm seeing like things I have stored. It's so hard to like try to step out of the artist you always say, don't you think?
Yeah, it was weird for me. But I had mentioned Moiseyenko the other day when I painted you with the ping pong
Also, you
paddles.
were trying to say that you were kind of cheating because you've already mentioned them.
Well, I'd much rather cheat instead of not giving an answer.
No, because I could say Soroja.
I could say
I could say
Soroja.
Soroja.
What is the what was that?
Ay, Jesus. No, I don't know.
Danny takes the easy way out. Let me see if I could help you. I'm thinking of you. Are you thinking sculptors or like
Both.
illustrators
No, because
or
I'm thinking, but you know what? The thing is that you went for like historical,
Oh yeah, but
like
you can
not
do. But you
contemporary.
could say
No, no, no,
anything.
no, no. And I was gonna say that I would try to go that way because I think it would be easier to say a new contemporary artist. I think that would be easier. And I don't want to take the easy road.
Yeah.
Now, by saying that, I haven't say any single artist. So
Did you like? Well, I know you did, but with Kathy Kolwitz and the
yeah,
etchings that we saw.
but we've already mentioned. I mean, I'm thinking about an artist that maybe we haven't said before.
Okay, but that's difficult because whenever I'm excited about an artist, I'm gonna mention them. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, oh yes, this hidden gem that I had never mentioned to anyone. It's like
No,
I
and
don't
I
know.
think that could happen, but that's why I'm saying it happens more with contemporary artists.
Yeah.
That sometimes I could be like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and you're like, "Who is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, you don't know them? Let me show them to you." But with like staples of art,
Yeah.
mm,
It's okay.
mm, no, I quit.
Oh, that was quick.
I quit OPL. No,
Oh.
no, I'm trying to say no, and it was a joke. It was a joke, Liad. I'm joking. I don't know. I
Take your
don't know.
time. Take your time. Don't worry about it.
Mm, Vice Janitor was saying, "Pick me, Danny,"
Yeah, just say.
and they were saying, "Pick me, Nico." You know, because you've said it, but I haven't said it. So,
What? Jair
Melamiter?
Piñeros? Mela Mutar?
Yeah,
She's amazing.
I think she's amazing.
Incredible.
And I'm thinking I've never mentioned her. I've
Perfect.
seconded you, and this was a very easy way out, but
The easiest.
Melamiter.
Okay.
If I think of another one, I'll let you guys know.
She's
But I was
incredible.
struggling. I was like sweating here.
Oh, you
Trying
don't.
because I was like, oh, I get one. No, I've already talked about Giacometti. My God. So like I was just like going back to like that folder in my brain
the classics.
of the my top 10 hits. So let's see. Pascal Novadrich, hablando de la universidad, escuela
Mm,
que está buscando, dice
sí.
figurativo, pero no súper clásico,
No.
pero pues sí con fundamentos realistas.
Sí, pero no, debo decirlo así súper rápido, Pascal, que no tengo la experiencia suficiente como con escuelas grandes de arte por Europa como para saber qué tipo, como para decir con seguridad qué carácter tienen las facultades, digamos, las facultades de pintura, si tienen, o de arte, o de artes visuales, o de artes plásticas, no sé, no sé. La verdad, no sé. De pronto alguien acá que nos esté escuchando, que esté en Europa, nos puede orientar un poquitico más.
Tom Jordan
Ujú.
was saying, people ask if I wear them for fashion, regarding the glasses,
Okay, so there are
for
fashionable.
fashion reasons, but I just have an awful eyesight, lol.
Mhm.
I had some like around 1950s one before, but now they're most similar to the ones Tom Holland wears. Let's see, because I have no idea what.
Okay, thank you for the reference that we're never gonna have like in our minds.
Let's see.
Like squarish, are they?
X squarish?
Like they're squarer, I feel.
But you said X squarish.
Nope.
Because that, no, you know what?
Tom, just send Danny
Tom?
a picture.
I Googled Tom Holland glasses, and in the first 5 photos, there's 5 different glasses. So I would guess it's this one's like the rounder ones.
Oh, I have no idea.
Because I also see this. Look.
No, that's from
And
the
I
movie.
also see these. It's so tiny that you can see.
Yeah.
And I also see this.
Okay, those are
But
my
I
dad's
also see
glasses.
this.
They look like my dad's glasses.
But I also see this.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
This.
So easiest, Tom?
Or the name of, like the reference of the glasses.
No, send Danny a picture. Easiest thing. Easy peasy.
Tom Thumb. They're Liverpool glasses.
I mean,
The only ones you. I know. I was gonna say the only ones you would wear, but you wear your glasses all the time.
not all the time, but
You should all the time, but
not
yeah.
as fashionable as Tom's.
Sneha Seema was saying a question.
Yes.
How do you clean your brushes?
Soap, hand soap, and water. Every time I.
In warm water.
Yeah. I mean, it could be cold. That's fine.
But you use warm water.
Yeah, I use like scalding hot water
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, just a bar of soap, like a regular bar of hand soap, the cheapest I can find. So nothing really extraordinary about the soap. Just very affordable.
Mm. M Joker was saying, "Hi guys, I was late. Love the palette. You know some Polish painters?"
Of course.
Yeah, and
my
you were even
favorites.
talking about Malszewski. No?
I talk about Matejko, Malszewski. I talk about Olga Woznanska,
Olga
Jerimski.
Woznanska. I was thinking
Uh,
Olga Woznanska, but I think that
Oh,
would
come
be.
on.
We've talked about her
She's a favorite here.
1,000 times. So
Yeah, no. Yeah, Polish painting, some of the best painting ever. I have to say. Josef Brandt, amazing.
mm, let's see. Tom Thumb. No. Emily Painting Elk was
Mhm.
saying, Tom Thumb Jordan. My paints do get stiff in a day, especially the raw umber.
Really?
Maybe because they're not the highest quality. So I do store the palette in the freezer, glass covered in the freezer paper. Because I also think it depends on the weather.
I know, weather does affect a little bit of the but because I've never ever felt my color drying out in one day, and maybe because I favor my color being stiffer.
Yeah.
Like I would love if my color gets stiffer, I'd love it. I absolutely love it. So maybe I just don't pay attention to that.
You know what I would also say, seeing the way you administrate your palette?
Yeah.
Your blobs are huge.
Okay. Be more specific, Danny. That sounded
Your paint
like
blobs.
yeah, no.
Your blobs.
Nope.
Your painting
Are we
blobs
getting
in the
notification
palette
with YouTube right now?
are.
Are we getting a live notice right now? Cease and desist.
I'm happy I said blobs and not other thing,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they are like you have a huge amount of paint in your palette
Yeah.
in every single blob of color.
Yeah.
Because when I do paint, I use little and then I add a little bit more, and I add a little bit more, and I think even if it's oils, it dries
Yeah.
from one day to the other because of the little amount I use. But maybe because yours is so, your amount
Yeah.
of paint
There
is
we go.
so huge,
Yeah.
you you can handle longer drying times.
Okay.
Let's see. Tom Thumb was saying, Emily, me too. So their paint also dries in a day. They were saying,
Wow.
have you ever tried using clove oil?
Mm.
Some people recommend that.
I've tried that. And it works. Oil of cloves works perfectly. I hate it because it's because I don't like oily feeling paint. So again, it's a matter of also taste, I guess, and what you want from your paint.
Mm-hmm.
So all you guys with bad taste can do that.
Nicolas.
Yeah, that was a joke by me for me.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, nobody got my comment from yesterday. I got another person saying like Spanish Civil War. Well,
Yeah.
actually,
No, but I
Spanish Civil
told
War.
you. Because I
It's
told
like
you.
fuck
Because you
me.
were like, they didn't get my joke. Read it. I think it's clear. And I was like, well.
I didn't say it was good.
No, you said it was clear. And I told you it's not.
Didn't say it was good.
No, but you thought it was clear. And I was like,
Even when I
well.
specified that, no, I was referring to like American Civil War.
You could
Somebody
say.
wrote like American Civil War was from blah to blah. I was like, how? Why would a Spanish painter fight in the American Civil War? Like, that's absurd. Like that, I would think like people would be like, oh, it's a joke because of the coat and because of how he looks.
No,
Yeah.
because maybe they say, oh, it's not funny, so it's maybe not a joke. Because it was a comment.
Yeah.
Like, just like something you saw.
Mm.
So maybe they're like, no, maybe they are wrong. Because it doesn't sound like a joke.
Yeah.
Mm. Beth H was saying you don't put the clove oil in the paint, but just on paper towel on the palette to cover it.
Yeah, or you could do a drop on top of the. I've seen like people just put like a single drop on top of the color, which is pretty much, that would probably do it too, like a tiny little drop. Yeah, no. I painted with one. I remember one time I heard that Skip Lipke. Well, I forget if it was with Duveneck also, and that kind of German school of like painting, that their paintings would be very soupy. It was like painting into the soup or something like that, I think it was called. And they had to open up. They had to have a palette that would remain open almost like infinitely. So they used oil of cloves for that as not as their sole oil in their medium, but part of their medium. And I remember really liking some of Duvenek's paintings. I saw some of his paintings. And I had a book on his work. Um, and I tried it because I remember hearing also what I was trying to say, that Skip Lipke would do that because Lipke's paintings had that buttery look to them also. So like super super fresh. And I remember reading somewhere or somebody telling me, maybe one of my teachers or something, that that's what they used or some I don't remember where. And I was like, "Oh, I got to try this." And oh, I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. I realized that it wasn't the thing for me when I tried it. So, no, I've had some experience with it. I just don't like oily paint, which sounds weird because I do paint in oils. And it's like, what do you mean you don't like oily paint? Like that's oil paint. Like, what are you talking about? But the truth is, I don't. I don't. Like, that's just, it's just a thing. I love the amount of oil that's already in my oil paint, but I don't like a single bit more. I just don't. I don't like it. So anything that is like excess oil in my paint, I just don't like.
So maybe it makes sense that. So, because I'm thinking maybe your paints do dry, but you just like it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That because I tend to favor stiffer paint,
Mm-hmm.
when it happens, I just don't even notice it because it's something that I'm probably searching for or I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy. So
Mm-hmm. Mm, so,
but I also got used to watching Steve Assel paint with like his mounds of paint, like enormous mounds of paint. And I don't know, to me that was like normal. I felt that was normal. So
mm-hmm.
it was very strange for me because I realized that, later on, like, remember, I knew nothing about painting, so I didn't know how you would what it meant to properly paint. But I would see Steve paint like that, and I would be like, I guess that's how people paint. And then it was only later that I realized, oh no, nobody does that with their palette. That's crazy.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe it's because I guess I grew up in the sense that was my education. I grew up watching somebody paint with like just a ludicrous amount of paint on their palette, and I felt that was okay.
Mm, Mike Nonati was saying the other day I was watching a live broadcast of Super Annie, Kim Jung-gi's channel.
Yeah.
That's where I found you. I mean your channel.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
I
super
mean,
cool.
we often speak about Kim Jung-gi and how brilliant he is,
Yes.
how otherworldly his ability is. So super super happy that that you got here from watching one of his lives because they're amazing. Also, I
Yes.
know that he was doing a Batman the other day because it was
Everything
Batman
he
Day.
does is just
Yeah, but I favor the Batman. So
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
we showed the other day the one of the books he sent me.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
he's been super kind with me. So he sent me like his latest sketchbook. He you know he wanted to send me a personalized one, and he did like alien
Yeah.
artist.
With
You
some
know,
guns
yeah, Kim Jung Gi.
and painting.
Oh
It's
yeah,
super cool.
yeah.
Super
So
super cool.
it was very nice that he sent that.
Mm, so Tom Thumb was saying no no no
No,
no no no
She's just like blathering.
no because I'm trying to go back to the part of the conversation. They were asking Emily, uh me too. So I'm trying to see Emily's comment. So
Oh, we're
Emily was
just like
saying,
butting into
Tom,
their
my
conversation.
paint do get stiff in a day, especially the raw umber. Maybe because they're not the
Yeah,
high
we
quality, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
yeah.
And Thumb was saying, me too. Have you tried the oil? And then Emily said, Thumb, funny you mentioned that. I just mixed in the tiniest drop. I use it in a brush dip because I hate cleaning brushes. There is some controversy about it, but I paint on playing cards. So, and then
What's the controversy? I wonder.
with the clove oil,
Yeah, there's no controversy.
Liad was saying, yes, the umber sucks. I stopped using them because they dry so fast.
What? What are people saying? My umber is like fresh as day.
Emily was saying, it's warm and dry here. I use tiny blobs of paint because I paint tiny. So I'm also the slowest painter. So there's that. So Emily's more like me.
Danny, do you think that there's like a substantial difference with how paint behaves here in our weather than and for everyone else? Maybe I'm thinking that
I do think yes.
because we don't like Bogota is not dry at all. Like
No, but I do think when people, even more when people have seasons, it does affect a lot. Yes, I would say yes. Mm, Cutie Sketch was saying the sunflowers are looking great, Nicolas.
oh, thank you. We're still missing that left hemisphere. Wanted to concentrate on this one today, which is like I had the chance to do like an Egon Schiele-ish, bit of contouring on that flower, so that made me happy. And on this like stem and leaves, some of these leaves, so that was pretty cool. But then I realized at some point I also have to deal with the little shrubbery here with the leaves here, and make that super abstract because I don't want like I wanted the greenness to feel bigger and then the yellow the little petals to feel like scattered and smaller. So that's kind of what I've been going for today. It's a little bit of like there's a little bit of work involved to that, but it's pretty basic, like shape, and just search for rhythm and shapes. So that's what we've been concentrating on today.
Liat was saying I keep my palette in an airtight box when I'm not painting, and I have a cotton ball with clove oil in it, and it keeps the paint fresh but doesn't change the consistency of it. Tintin was saying I put clove oil on a cotton ball, and I put it in my paint palette in a box with a tight lid. So
What?
they do the same. Yeah.
So it's a cotton ball that doesn't even touch the paint?
Yes,
It's just
I
like
guess.
breathes and
Yeah,
that's
I
it?
guess if it's in an airtight lid, it's just helping with the
What?
like to preserve the humidity. I don't know.
What is this? I didn't know this. So it just like it like breathes oiliness or something? How do we explain that?
Tom Thumb was saying, Liat, like a plastic box with clips to close it? Is there a lot of excess space slash air in the box, or is it a tight fit? And Liat was saying, I have the Master Stay Wet palette, or whatever it's called. My palette is glass, and I take it out when I paint, and I put it back when I'm done.
Is that the one with the blue lid? Liat?
Because you have it.
I think that's what I have, but I don't know if that's the
But
one.
you've never
It's
used
nice
it.
it's in my closet, nicely
You
stored.
use it as a box to store things.
No. The bigger
Well, you have a palette there.
yeah, the
but,
bigger glass palette is in there.
but you let the palette dry in the outside, and then you decided to put it in
And that's
there.
when I put it in. Yes, perfect.
Tintin was saying the fumes help delay oxidation of the paint. And
What?
Alex Morris was saying the vapors
Yeah.
from clove oil stop oxidation, which is how it works.
So there's
More-
vapors too? Oil?
Maurice Robbins was saying as the clove oil oxidizes, it creates a film over the paint that seals it from oxidizing further.
No way.
And Liad was saying it slows the paint from oxidizing. Yes, it has a blue lid. So it's yours.
Yeah. No, but I'm just like, I am so like, what with this oil? What?
Alex Morris Art was saying, I love adding wax to mattify my stiffen my oils up
Very
to
nice.
50-50 ratio.
Very nice. Yes. Good practice. Yeah.
Guillaume Lheureux
Ooh la la.
was saying, hello everyone. Hey Guillaume. Liad was saying, I shifted to white, black, lemon yellow, quin rose,
Mm-hmm.
phthalo blue is my basic palette. Emily was saying, for your info, my raw umber is Winton. I know, not the best, but I need
Yeah.
to use what I have.
I like it. I actually
Also-
like it.
Also, I just read in A La Prima that he doesn't recommend the umbers, crying emoji, but I love raw umber.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of, I mean, sure. But if you think about it, it's like,
But if
Okay.
you like it,
and
even
if
if
you
you're
like,
reading it,
and
yeah.
if you like history of painting, it like, Emily, take earths away from painting, and there's no painting. We painted for centuries with earth tones. That's what we had. That's the only thing we had. So sure, you can, post I would say post impressionistic color theory. It does favor heavily like available, brighter, higher chroma pigments. But once again, if you're in doubt of what earths could do, look at anything pre 20th century, like pre turn of the century. That is those palettes are heavy with earth tones. So, I mean, if you want to say like, yeah, I don't like earth tones, then you realize, okay, that's a choice. But if history's on your side showing you what painting with earth tones has done, then you have to say there's actually nothing wrong with painting with earth tones. Like absolutely nothing wrong. It's a choice.
M. Joker was saying, technical question. Nicolas, what kind of mediums use you to mixing your oil paintings? Is it just linseed oil or turpentine? Maybe secatives? Or nothing, maybe? And which brand of oils you have? Can you show?
So right now, no, nothing. So we're just using straight paint, and that's why it kind of makes sense what Danny was saying, that my blobs are huge, that I got to put a lot of paint on my palette because I'm going to use a lot of paint on my palette. I don't know why you're laughing, Danny, please. Like, come on. So no, but I have used traditional mediums throughout my life, I guess. It sounds weird to say it like that, but it's true. The one I would favor was like, I think technically it's actually like a glazing medium, but I liked it because it was what Steve used, and I would use it differently than how Steve would use it because I never understood how he was using it. But it was an oil resinous medium, so heavy bodied oil. So it was stand oil, then Damar varnish. That's your resin. Then he would actually add equal parts Venice terps, which is a balsam. But, after learning from balsams and after reading a bit, I read that a very small amount of balsam does exactly the same as a ton of balsam. So you don't have to do equal parts. But I would use stand, Venice terps, Damar. So if you want, it could be, let's say, 3 parts stand, 3 parts Damar, 1 part Venice terps, and you have to cut that with turpentine because that's a super super thick sappy medium. And I used to like that. It was super rich. Would use it mostly with like when I was doing like deep shadows or deep darks that I needed to be like really really rich. Um, but then I stopped using that. I remember I used Marroget for a while when it was like produced well, like with black oil, oil with lead cooked into it,
Mm.
and double mastic. I used as balsam. I changed Venice terps for Canada balsam, which was delicious. Um, yeah. What else have I used that's kind of weird? Oh, wax mediums, tons of wax mediums, tons and tons and tons of wax mediums. Um, and then I started using Liquin just because it was very fast. That's probably the one call to fame of Liquin. It does everything else horribly, but it dries very fast. And I really liked it. It was a terrible moment when we met because I know that, it's not good for me, but I loved it. And
Talking about that,
yeah,
I was thinking
what were you thinking?
that
The answer is yes, Danny. Yes to anything that you ever want.
you know what I'm trying to
No,
say?
no, actually I don't. Actually I don't. But
No,
I'll
'cause I
always
was
say I'll blindly say yes to whatever you want.
no, because I was gonna say that
Yes.
we've been
Take me with you.
for lunch. We've been eating super healthy, so I was thinking maybe we could.
It's hard to celebrate. I like when we have our cheat meals, but there's something else that we're doing while we're eating cheat meals. Like it feels like we're celebrating something else. So just think of something we can celebrate.
That you're winning in pimping.
Yeah. You've been like you're not
It's
back
frustra-
still, Danny.
No, but it frustrates me because when I start playing, no,
Mm-hmm. I mean, you are playing.
constantly.
Yeah.
¿Cómo se dice? Entrenando. Training.
Yeah.
When I start training regularly,
Yeah.
I get better in a good rate, I will say.
Yeah.
But then if I stop playing,
But you know that we stopped playing because you got sick.
yes.
So
No, but I'm frustrated.
there was no way we could play when you were
Because we
sick.
stopped playing and it's like I'm back to square zero.
And
And my square zero is not terrible because I'm not terrible playing.
yeah,
But I was
not at your best, we'll say.
so good. I was like so sharp.
Well,
Now I'm super dull. Dull?
dull.
Dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I don't know if that's the way of describing it, but
yeah, you've lost a step. I'll say that.
like 10 steps.
I didn't want to say that, but maybe yeah. The old Danny is not back yet.
So maybe it's not a celebratory cheat meal,
Okay?
but an encouraging cheat meal. To say, you know what?
I ate bad, so I need
Keep
to
it
work
up.
this
Keep
off.
it up, girl. So it's like having an anticipated reward.
For something that you haven't
No, to push
won.
me, to know what I can get if I get better. Like tasting
The rainbow.
something that you know that you can get if you get better. It's not like every time I win a thing we could order pizza, but
We'll talk about it. We'll talk
Okay.
about it. How did you go from liquid to pizza? That's
I don't know. I always have food in my head. Tintin
yes.
was saying same with Liat, but I just use a food plastic container I got at the grocery. Sean Farley was saying I have the master's one as well with the blue lid, and I
Yeah.
put it in the freezer.
That's good practice. Those are all good practice.
And
But I'm so pissed. I never knew this thing about oil of cloves.
but wait,
That
because
it was just like in cotton? Is this a new thing?
no, wait, because this would make sense. Because Liat was saying clove oil is not like linseed oil; it is an essential oil. It evaporates, so it makes sense.
Okay.
Because
you
it would then have fumes. Because if you have linseed oil, it's
Oh,
not like it would start evaporating.
Oh no, you can tell because it's super aromatic. It's
Exactly.
really,
But
really
if it's an
aromatic.
essential oil, it makes sense
Mm,
that it evaporates.
maybe I was always taught how to do it improperly.
Yes.
Because I would just put a drop into, I would put very, very little into my paint. Very little into my paint. But I never knew that just by storing it, that it would get, it would eventually get into oil. Wow.
Yeah, but I think maybe, because if someone told me that I had to add something to my paint,
Yeah.
and I really like the texture of my paint as is, I wouldn't sacrifice that for extending the workable time of my oils. But if it's just putting it in a cotton ball, 100%, like if I don't have to alter my paint.
Well, you're not seeing it, but of course it's altering it.
Yes, but it's not like, I think it's way different to put an oil that's gonna keep the humidity of the container than to put it directly
No, it's
to
not
the
humidity
paint.
though. It's
Well, I'm sorry,
oxygen.
the oxygen. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But
I
Danny,
think it's
but of course it affects it. It's just you're not seeing it
no, but I'm
affect
saying
it, but it's affecting it. Like
mm,
I could tell immediately. Now that I don't use oil, like if I was using like a thing that I would feel was like almost like drenched in oil because it, this thing has like seeped into it. Oh my God, I would feel it. Like it would be clear as day for me.
Liad was saying you can add clove oil into your paints if you want. It
Yeah.
will evaporate out of the paint, but it will keep it open for longer on the canvas.
So what remains when it evaporates? Like, is it just like all of it evaporates? I need to know. Danny? Can we do Mayor again? I mean,
Yes.
It's not a great book. Again, this is not a Bible. It's not a Bible. But it was fun to get the old Mayor book out the other day with Cody. So let's bring it back again. Bring it out. Yeah.
You're just putting everyone else out. Like just Cody.
Just Cody. No, because it was Cody's question. So let's see. What can we? Oil of cloves. I know it is oil of cloves. I know people have said clove oil, but let's see if I can find it. Oil of cloves. Oh, Jesus. Spiked lavender. Cloves, oil of cloves, yes. See also. No, but this is yellowing. No. We don't want to. Tempera, oil. Maybe cloves? Maybe I'm going to go. Maybe I'm looking for cloves then first. Let me see. Cochineal. Little insects that you would, squish to get red. Cloves, oil of. As retardant. So, okay, 333, 445, and 206. Oof, it's got a lot. So let's see 206 first. What is this? 206. Retarding the drying of oil paint. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Other diluents that will retard drying by reason of their own slow rates of evaporation are lavender and rosemary oils, which together with clove oil are classed as essential oils. So thank you, Liat. Pine oil, a product of the turpentine industry, used in bulk industrial work, and butyl lactate, a volatile blah 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 blah. Okay, so they're not saying anything aside from them being essential oils, but they are referring to 444, 445. Let's jump to that. Let's jump to 444. Okay, essential oils. The essential oils may be briefly described as the odorous or perfume-bearing liquids extracted from flowers, leaves, woods, and other vegetable sources, as well as from some animal sources. They are not oils in the same sense as linseed oil or mineral oil. The essential oils are of little importance in the consideration of painting materials, but a few of them are mentioned in antiquated recipes, so we are very antiquated. One is oil of cloves, which is a weak preservative whose function is partially the masking of the odor of decomposition. Oh my God. Liad, what are you hiding in your refrigerator downstairs? Did you need so much oil of cloves? Heads. The answer? Severed heads.
Nicolas.
Danny, you're in an art book reading.
You're in an art book?
That also masks that odor. Whose function is partially the masking of the odor of decomposition. So Géricault, when he was painting with the limbs of the cadavers in his studio, probably had some oil of cloves in there. Yeah, I know. People that visited the studio would say that they couldn't get in. I think he did it because he didn't want visitors. He just didn't want it to be
No, but I think he has to be weird.
Nuts. Yeah, he was nuts. He became a little nuts.
Because it's like, oh, I don't want anybody here, so I am going to smell every single time decomposing bodies.
He said he had
which,
to
by the way,
death. He had to paint death. He had to understand death.
Which, by the way,
kind of makes sense.
Is so bad for your health.
Smelling decomposition?
Yes.
I'm sure there's bacteria everywhere in there, right?
Like you could really get super ill.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's bacteria, yeah. So watch out for the bacteria of the severed heads, Liat, please. Aside from masking decomposition, oil of cedar and oil of lavender, aside from the usefulness of their odors, which disguise more objectionable smells, again, he's emphasizing that, have a definite effect on the physical properties of spirit varnishes. Oh my God, spirit varnishes. And retard the drying of paints. Oils of sassafras, wintergreen, citronella, and lemon, as well as some of the more expensive flower essences, are often used as odorants in various technical compounds. Through long usage and tradition, they have become identified with cleanliness and simple utilitarian purposes, and have in the past been deemed preferable to the cloying, flowery, or spicy perfumes for masking objectionable smells and controlling the uniformity of paint products. So, yeah. I mean, they said nothing about being a retardant, but, they just mention it as something passing. And it can cover the passing of gas also. So let's see. I was missing one of the things that Mayer writes about cloves. So let's see. Oil of, where are you? Cloves. 333. We're missing that one. 333. 333. What is this? For gouache? What? Oh, so if desired, a small amount of oil cloves may be added to the binder solution, and they're speaking about watercolor and gouache, just sufficient to allow its odor to be perceptible. Avoid perfuming it strongly. This will assist preservation in preventing mold growth and will improve the odor of the colors. There we go. So it prevents mold. And sure, yeah, it improves the longevity of or the freshness of the paint. Could you type oil of cloves and Frank Duveneck?
If you
So
spell it to me, yes.
oil of cloves, oil of cloves, oil of cloves, óyeme.
Oh, thank you. I had no idea how to write that.
And Frank Duveneck. And Duveneck, it's Duveneck.
D-U.
Duve, Duve,
Mhm.
neck, como cuello. No, nothing? Nothing?
Well, it says
Are we getting something there? Something? A little some?
no.
No, nothing.
The wish. No.
No.
No. No, because we can see paintings.
Of Duveneck, but
Yeah,
nothing
but
about
you
the
can-
oil?
Mm-mm.
Painting into... Is anyone here familiar with Duveneck? Like the painting into the soup thing? Could you search Duveneck painting into the soup? Soup du jour? Does it say anything there? No? Anyone? Bueller?
Nope.
Nothing? This is all anecdotal? Feel a little robbed.
Well, I see the dark brown soup of Munich
Yeah.
disappeared from Frank's outdoor work.
What
That's
is
like
that?
the only match I have.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I could read
He's
more
from like the
about
Munich
that.
school. He's like from that German school, so maybe
So the
Let's read
title
some of that.
is.
Is this like a JSTOR article or something?
This is
No?
Le Crank Blogstop.
Okay.
The
Sure.
significance of Frank Duveneck. Let's see the paragraph I'm in. It says Duveneck continued his exploration, mastering new art forms and techniques.
Yeah.
While he continued to paint portraits in the realist vein,
Yeah.
he also ventured outdoors to paint, and he didn't go alone. He now had his own group of students called the Duveneck Boys. They called him the professor,
Okay.
and he taught these 30 young men as they sketched and painted the countryside around Polling, Germany. Both he and they learned to see new colors and light in ways that working in a studio could never teach them.
Okay.
It was no coincidence that some of the greatest artists in America at the time came from his students. John White Alexander.
Yeah.
So blah blah blah. A long list, and it says the dark brown soup of Munich disappeared from Frank's outdoor work.
Okay.
Yes, but
Yeah, no, I was hoping. Okay, now I get the context for that.
Yeah.
But no, I was hoping they were going to say something about the medium or something. Oh. So wait, where did everyone hear about oil of cloves? So we can do this kind of reverse engineer it here. Where did everyone read or hear about this?
so let's see the
I'm curious.
comments.
Yes.
Pais Janero was saying, are
Ay, llanero.
we the Uribe boys? Boys and girls?
No,
No.
Nope.
Never. Let's see. Liat was saying, I'm vegan. I wouldn't keep the heads in my fridge. Liat, Ricardito was saying, amigos y unos corazones. Hola, Ricardito. Tintin was saying, if your drain stinks, you can put in a few drops of clove oil.
Oh my God. I'm gonna get some.
Yes.
This plumbing in this building or in this block, I think, is very weird. And we have days in which the plumbing is just like,
It starts
oh my
smelling.
God, it stinks like
Yeah.
hell. And it's
Terrible.
really bad because Sometimes it's just like the water also like stinks a little bit. I'm always like that. This tastes like dog. I mean, like wet dog. This is terrible.
Mm,
We got to fix this.
let's see.
Oh, but that's a good suggestion.
Tintin.
Yeah. Mayor and Tintin saved our bathrooms.
So Alex Morris Art was saying wet canvas is where I heard of oil of cloves.
Okay, so 20 years ago forum. Great.
Tintin was saying
That's
other
awesome.
artists. Google. Liad was saying I heard about it from Mark Carter, from Draw Mix Paint and Geneva Paints.
Okay. No, I'm just wondering cuz if it's not quite part of I mean, it was never part of well, you would have to wonder like it has to be a fairly new practice because colors I mean, it has to be like almost like 19th century practice because before you would just mix the colors that you would need. You know, you would have there was no way of like tubing colors. It was like bladders and if anything, but it was producing. You would have to mix the colors that you were going to use that day, so they wouldn't have this problem, right? So it had to be like a fairly new problem to try and solve. Um, but it's kind of weird that it's not referenced in many places. Do I have my Massey book, Danny Lira?
No, ¿cómo es?
It's like a little blue book. Little blue book. Robert Mass. Oh, shit. This is. I shouldn't paint this far down.
Formulas for paint.
Yeah. Let me see. Let's check Massey.
Do you have the other book so I can.
Oh, thank you, Danny Lira. Okay, let's check Massey. Yeah, they all smell like fungus. Mold.
This one does.
Yeah, the mayor. Yeah, that's older. So this is a very good book, by the way.
This one needs Clove.
That would need oil to close for the yeah to hide the smell of decomposition.
Putrefaxy.
Yeah.
Putrefaxy.
If you don't know this book, it's fantastic. It has tons of formulas used throughout history. It's very broad. It actually has categories for formulas. So formulas for grounds, formulas for glazing, formulas for varnishes, different mediums. So it could do fresco, watercolor, oil paint. It's very tempera. It's very, very good.
That's cool. I have to say I haven't seen that
Oh,
book
I
before.
adore my book. I adore this book. When I was trying a ton of things out, this would be the book that I would go to far more than the Mayor book. But obviously, it's a far, it's not as not as extensive as the Mayor book.
Mhm.
But let's see if there's cloves, if there's any mention of oil of cloves here. I don't remember it being mentioned, but maybe I don't remember it because I wasn't looking for it. So, copal oil varnish, nope. Collodion. Oh my God, it actually speaks about collodion. Chloroform, no. What was his name?
Armor.
No,
No
Ulmer.
armor.
No. You
Oh,
don't
but-
need to know the boiling and flash points of chloroform. It's in 212. So cloves doesn't seem to be here, sadly. Yeah, no. Let's see. Oil for encaustic and adhesive and glazes and grounds, blonde sizes, varnishes, ratio of dry pigment 2, rapid drying. Rapid drying, maybe. Substitutes 4, castor oil, poppy oil, rust liver, something. No, these are all drying oils. I don't know. Oil of cloves, yes. 77 and 124. 77 and 124. Let's see. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is like whole egg and Damar resin emulsion. So a little Damar resin helps toughen egg film during its tender and early months. After it completely polymerized, egg becomes one of the toughest, most insoluble substances known on Earth. I added the on Earth, but it is true. Jesus Christ, dried egg? Oh my God. So these are like egg oil emulsions, egg oil and varnish emulsions. These are weird. So this you would mix your paint with. Take a pint jar. Oh, so it's whole egg, 4 parts of whole egg. So not just your yolk. Whole egg, Damar varnish, so in varnish, not Damar resin. Damar varnish, water, because it's egg, so you're making an emulsion, and oil of cloves. What the hell is this? This is weird. Let's try to, like, without reading it, try to make sense of this. So you have whole egg, which is like creates a huge tension. It's like a super, super tough film when used as a medium. And it's what's most, I mean, it's pretty diluted because it's 12 parts of water and 4 parts of egg. But still, that's pretty strong. Damar varnish 1. So again, you're adding a resin, and it's quite a lot. Like, your drying time is going to be, through the roof with these things. And then 20 drops, which I think that's a lot, of oil of cloves. So now you just opened up the drying. You just made it like super, super open by adding those 20 drops.
Yeah.
Wow, what a weird, like, this could be like a super cool paint to sketch with, I would feel. Like outdoor sketching, something that dries quickly, but kind of maintains open, but is going to dry still quickly. Let me see. Let's see. Take a pint jar and break the egg into it. Cap the jar and shake it until the egg is mixed. So we're doing mayo. Add the varnish to the content and repeat the process. Then add the oil of cloves and finally add the water. After shaking thoroughly, yeah, that thing is going to be like a badly poured beer. Strain the emulsion through 2 layers of cheesecloth into another jar. You could use a pantyhose if you don't have cheesecloth. 1 egg makes about 1/2 pint of emulsion. So it's pretty cool. What is this good for? With a painting knife or a palette knife, grind as much dry pigment as you need for 1 painting session. Yeah, this doesn't remain open.
Yeah.
As you paint, combine the pigment paste with more emulsion. Paint on a gesso panel or on canvas. Egg resin also makes an excellent underpainting vehicle. So yeah, it dries quickly. Like nice tough film. Wow, very nice. So these are all mediums that you have to use with. I mean, you could use them with paint, Danny, but with paint you're usually involving more oil, so it would be kind of like adding oil to the recipe.
Yeah.
So these are good if you just add pigment to it. These would all be mediums that you would
But
like
that's
grind.
a very, very interesting book.
Grind your
Nicolas.
pigment into. Yeah, this is pretty good.
I
But
want to.
let me see, because we
like-
had another recipe for something else here. Cloves.
Can we leave it outside the book?
Sure.
Thank you.
Where did I read? Cloves. Was it an oil or cleaners? No.
Alex Murray's art was saying formula book looks fab.
Oh, this one's so good. Totally recommend it. It's cheap. When I bought it 25 years ago, I don't know. It was $14.95. So it's probably $145 today.
What's the name so I can?
Oh,
formula
Robert
for-
Massey. Robert Massey, Formulas for Painters. Massey as in M-A, well, as in nothing, but M-A-S-S-E-Y. $124. What else do we
So
have
it
here?
is in Amazon.
Okay, how much is it?
$17.
There we go.
17.62.
Perfect. Untouched by
Paperback.
time. Egg and wax emulsion. Okay. Wow. Wait, what? 120. Wait. 124. 124. Egg and wax? Okay. This is a medium. So this is when you want a particularly heavy or thick impasto from tube oil paint. An emulsion is often the easiest way to bring it about. Egg yolk is a natural oil and water emulsion. So yeah, egg yolk is amazing. Oh, sorry, Leah. This is not for Leah, though. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry if you feel left out, Leah. Directions for manufacture. So this is like egg yolk and beeswax varnish, which is varnish number 21. We'll read what beeswax varnish is. I'm going to venture and say it's beeswax. It's just, natural beeswax, Damar varnish, and maybe some terps. After obtaining pure egg yolk as directed in medium number 25, so just egg yolk, stir it drop by drop into the beeswax varnish. So for emulsions, sometimes you have to Do it very slowly to
Hmm.
ensure it emulsifies. If you do it quickly, it doesn't. Into the beeswax varnish, stir vigorously to ensure complete emulsification. This emulsion can be diluted with turpentine. Yeah, beeswax. That's the solvent for beeswax and the only solvent for varnish, for Damar Varnish 2. So when does it say this? Mix this medium with tube oil colors on the palette, or grind with dry pigments and make into paste with turpentine. Very good for executing fine detail, painting wet into wet for fresh oil paint. This medium can also be used for intermediate glazes over egg, glue, or casein tempera.
Mm.
It dries almost instantly, of course. Like 1 part egg yolk.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Since eggs spoil easily, make this emulsion fresh as needed. A few drops of oil of cloves or vinegar help to retard spoilage.
Mm.
So, yeah, there's something about oil of cloves that it's tied to, like, degrading, to like physical degrading. I like that. Spoilage. That's what oil of cloves is doing. But maybe it's terrible for your pipes then. If it's retarding like spoilage, maybe it's keeping alive whatever is making your pipes stink.
No, because I think it
If you
has
have a
to do
dead
with
rat
the
in there,
fragrance.
if you have a dead rat in there, it's going to keep it
Fragrance
fresh.
of
It's
the.
going to be a nice fresh rat in your pipes.
No, I think in the drain it's because of the fragrance, not because of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it smells good, but it also stinks forever.
Because I found a webpage called
Yeah.
Natural Pigments,
Yeah.
and they're saying saturate a cotton ball with clove oil and place it alongside your palette and enclose it. Clove oil is largely composed of eugenol, which is an antioxidant.
Okay.
This will slow down the oxidation rate of the oil paint and help to keep it fresh for painting much longer.
Oh, wow.
They were also saying some may regard this practice as possibly damaging to oil paint, but Dr. Chris Peterson, a retired organic chemist,
Sorry.
an organic chemist who formerly worked at DuPont,
Okay.
suggests otherwise on the MITRA forum.
Okay. I wish
And the quote says,
it was not DuPont, because then he's probably great at like acrylic stuff. Not so much with oils, but okay. It says, but let's hear the doctor.
There would be minimal penetration of the vapor if the paint is simply exposed overnight. Clove oil is phenolic type antioxidant with a boiling point bigger than 250 degrees. Surface penetration is actually what you want if you're trying to prevent the drying effect that is propagated by oxygen-promoted free radicals. The stuff does have a strong odor, so even a small amount in the air is overwhelming. As an interesting aside, phenolic antioxidants are used to stabilize acrylic monomers like methacrylate, so they can be shipped and stored in bottles.
That's why he knows about it.
When you add an initiator to make a polymer, the inhibitor is consumed and the free radical reaction occurs. So, in summary, there would in fact be some penetration.
Are you summarizing, Danny, or this is the doctor?
No. This is the person of the Natural Pigments page. So, in summary, there would in fact be some penetration, albeit minimal. Dr. Peterson, therefore, also believes that this would not drastically impact the health, quote unquote health, of the paints in the immediate future. Clove oil is a colorless or pale yellow oil derived from the clove tree, cultivated blah 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 blah. The principal component of clove oil is eugenol. Yeah, we already knew that. Eugenol. It is very slightly soluble in water and soluble in organic solvents. It has a spicy aroma
Mm, spicy.
Uses in paint. A drop or two of clove oil can also suppress the odor of turpentine, and even this small amount can give a pleasant odor.
Well, different odor. I remember thinking that it was a little too strong, but yeah.
Clove oil is also used as a preservative in water based painting mediums such as casin, egg tempera, glue, distemper, and watercolor. Add a drop to 100 milliliters of paint medium, for example, to preserve the paint. So, yeah, interesting.
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 Hmm. So there is mention, what I was trying to search is to see if there is traditional, like, mention of it being part of a medium in some way. And there is. So with Massey showing that there is, even though, it's in a very strange, like, emulsion for, like, egg varnish emulsion. Um, I'm guessing maybe because it dries so fast, you want to keep it open, or maybe because the spoilage. Because I mean, that one didn't have a lot of egg; it had 10 parts of water, and 4 parts whole egg. Maybe it's because it's a whole egg that you're trying for it to not to rot. You're going for not rotting so quickly, and that's why you add it. Judging from the uses that it traditionally had, maybe
Mm.
speculating here a lot, quite a lot, actually.
So let's see the comments. Ricardito was saying, when you want your paint to get some gains, so you start using eggs for the protein intake. Custard Bastard was saying, Toluene? What? Liat was saying, was the book funded by the eggs industry?
I'm sure. The incredible edible egg. I grew up with that. I
Mm,
trust it too.
Custard Bastard was saying, Osamu Obi has a video on how to make this on YouTube. His is batted on stand oil with eggs. Vinegar kills bacteria. It looks like mayonnaise. Yeah, I don't know.
Mayo, yeah.
Mayo was discovered the same way. I don't know if I can link it in a chat. No, so maybe you can let us the name of the video so we can see it, because yeah, it does not allow to share a link.
He's a very good painter. Very, like, very, very traditional. He does a lot of glazing, like underpainting, heavy underpainting. I'm guessing it's like a lead white underpainting if he's doing like full traditional. And then he just glazes. And yeah, but I was always curious what he would use as medium, because he does like super, super fine detail. Sometimes he has like these individual strands of hair or like eyelashes. He does like, it's really, really nice, tight little moments.
Custard Bastard was also asking, what is Massey's source for this? It's like
He is I'm reading all of it. He's from Texas. If I could give a short answer, he's from Texas.
Yeah, so not this one. Not this Robert Massey.
I mean, aside from, he quotes Derner, Mayer, Rutherford, Stout, A.P. Laurie.
Well, it says
But he is, let's
Robert
see,
Massey is a professor emeritus
of fine
of
arts
fine arts at the University of Texas at
El
El Paso,
Paso.
as well as a distinguished lecturer, painter, draftsman, mosaicist, sculptor, and printmaker who has exhibited widely and won numerous awards throughout the United States. Um, he studied with. Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't find anything that was like he's not a chemist or he's um not a restorer, not a historian of some sorts. So maybe he just like put together information, you know. I always thought, again, this is from my own experience. I always thought because I tried a bunch of these things out that um that they were very very competent. Like they made sense. It made absolute sense. So,
Yeah, it says since 1953, he has been a member of the faculty of the University of Texas at El Paso, where he conceived, researched, and wrote the formulas for painters. Mm, yeah,
so he's from Texas.
and he was a professor. Or is?
I don't know if he's passed.
Professor Emeritus. Professor Emeritus. Let's see.
So blind trust. We're gonna go with that.
Mm, Liat was saying, I release fresh rats into our pipes at least once a month.
Of course. Common practice. Come on.
Mm, Ricardito was saying, so lesson of the day is clove oil and egg is the solution for painting, elongating your watercolor shelf life and world poverty.
That last one is still disputed, but yes.
Brian Cole was saying, the guy from Draw Mix Paint mixes clove oil into his paint so it stays workable for a long period of time. Natural Pigments says that it should not be added to oil, however.
That hence the controversial you know aspect of what you guys were saying.
Mm. Alex Morris Art was saying, this is so fun. How often do you have live chat slash painting? Every week
Every
from
day.
Monday to Thursday, sometimes from Monday to Friday. Alex, so you're very welcome to join us every single time we live stream.
Yeah. Danny Lira, how are we doing in terms of time?
Like
What
in what time is it? 1:48 p.m.
Yeah. We should stop.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you want to say your closing statement?
My clothing statement.
Your closing statement. Yeah. It was right there.
It was right there.
Yes.
Let me do this just a second. Oh no, let's leave it there.
Liat was saying, I'm sorry. I love how Nicolas is concerned about clove oil, but floor wax is no problem.
Oh my god. We have to make a video of that.
Yes.
We're gonna make our next reel is gonna be varnishing with floor wax, synthetic.
Yeah, with
floor
the
wax.
the song.
No, why that one?
I don't know, cause it looks super cool when you apply it. It's
I know.
very
Oh no.
it's pleasant to watch.
Oh, but I hate that song.
I know, but it's like a joke because it's like they put that song for like a very
Like pleasant things?
sexy mood. I don't know.
Thank you.
We're talking about wax, Nicolas, not
I
about
know
you.
we are
But
talking about wax.
I know. Go ahead.
And not my big blobs of paint.
Your big blobs, yeah, huge blobs.
Huge blobs of paint. Okay, let's see. So we ventured downward into the painting. We started up here. Eliminated some of these marks. I think I'm gonna get rid of the magenta going up. Was very happy with this. This had to have some sort of protagonism also. So those little just using that lightness of the background to pull out some of the contour of it and just to give it like a nice shape was really, really important. Love the stem, this leaf that kind of disappears down here. Loves this one that overlaps with the shoulder a little bit more. And then it was like a wave of greenness just taking over this bottom part. And I think it had to be quite abstract, as I was mentioning. I didn't want to spell a lot of it out, just the overlapping of these, leaves and stems. I don't need a ton of. I need a lot of information that is quite invisible down here, but I don't need it to be as legible as some of these shapes are, because I want the attention to be upwards. If you stay down here and you're missing what's happening at the top of the painting, then I'm not doing my job properly. So I'm very happy with that. I think tomorrow, if you guys are not bored out of your minds just watching me do like little leaves and little petals, we're going to try to finish this part off. That can be exciting too. And then I'm probably not going to do a live about these little bits of the background, because that probably is not going to take me a long time. That's probably going to take me 45 minutes to just solve, in a very fresh way, what's happening in the space. I just want to make like a few intelligent choices about where to emphasize like little, bits and pieces. But that's going to be it. So, yeah. So if you guys want to see at least what that bottom, I don't know what to do with the hands. I'm sort of horrified.
We're not even seeing.
Oh, okay. There's a couple of hands, like hinted hands down here.
Well, we could see the
that I don't know what to do. Yeah, a thumb, a Thomas,
thumb, Jordan.
So yeah, so that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. But we didn't ruin it today, and I think instead we added like a nice kind of secondary character in this little bulb here that is pretty nice.
Yes.
So, thank you guys. If this was your first time watching, please consider liking and subscribing, and more importantly, the subscribe than the like, because likes in live videos don't do much, to be honest.
Or they do, but like
still
in
drop
huge
a like.
quantities.
Yeah, still drop a like if you want. But if you could subscribe to the channel, that's awesome. We show the finished and the work in progress pictures of what we're doing in our social media, in our Instagram pages. They're right there on the screen if you want to follow both Danny and myself. Also, because we now go live, even though we did over 400 videos, like edited videos that you can check out if you go to our channel. Most of the stuff that we do now is live. If you want to check us live, please remember to click that bell so you receive a notification of when we go live.
So you can join us.
So you can join us and chat about oil of cloves. And maybe the chatting about the oil of cloves, it gave me a massive headache because I have like this ridiculous migraine right now. Yeah.
Maybe something to it could help that.
Maybe. Stop it, Danny.
No, not as in pizza.
I think it was the oil of
something.
cloves. I think it was the oil of cloves. Just thinking about it just made that.
Yeah, your brain created the
my
smell
brain
of
was
it.
like, I know that damn smell. I know what that smell did to me. But at least I don't smell of decomp. So
yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm a walking corpse that smells pretty good. Pretty good.
Walking corpse? No.
I am. I am. So ring the bell if you want to have conversations about those dumb things And that's it. We'll see you
And
tomorrow.
And if you're
And
interested,
yes,
maybe you don't know, but every
no.
single painting
Oh, it
and
goes
every
up for
single
sale.
work exactly
Yeah.
we do goes up for sale in ourpaintedlives.com. So if maybe you're interested in this painting, when it's ended, it's
Yeah.
also gonna be
Probably
there.
next week. Next week.
So yeah. No rush. Just saying
Yeah,
that
stop
it's
rushing
gonna
me,
be
Danny,
there.
please.
It's gonna be there
I can't finish it today, for God's sakes. I
soon.
can't.
So we'll see you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Weekend. No, tomorrow.
Have
What
a
day is
great
today?
day. Today's Thursday.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see you maybe tomorrow.
So
Bye.
have great
Bye.
time. Bye.